All right. Thank you for joining us, everyone, for episode 93 of the Tattoo Collecting 101 podcast. And before we jump into it, just want to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Raw Pigments, Tattoo Now, World Tattoo Events, DLI's Pro, Fireside Tattoo Network, The Apprenticeship Diaries, and of course, Guy Atchison, the founder of the whole platform. So thank you to all of our sponsors and affiliates.
Great job, Kyle.
Oh man, Guy. I had a list.
Oh my God. Still going.
25 tattoo artists to get tattooed by. And Guy's the only
We almost
one.
heard it twice. Sorry.
Sorry,
Go ahead, Chuck.
So I got 24 out of the 25, except for Guy. I don't know if that's like that, the cherry on the sundae.
Are you gonna have Guy do your noggin? Is that what you're hinting at?
I don't know. I'm kind of like of the persuasion. You kind of have to make things happen. People are like, oh, there's nepotism, so and so it's easier for you. I'm like, no, like I enjoy it. It's the same way people collect sneakers at like a rare pair that they might have to wait months, or some people like wine. Like it's just like you really got to apply yourself if you want something. I used to like joke, like, how many times you go on Instagram and the artist posts a tattoo and someone's like, oh, come to Colorado, tattoo me in Minnesota. It's like, what? They're gonna drop everything? It's unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like make a vacation out of it, or make something fun.
That's a tall order sometimes to be like, I can't travel and be somewhere for 4 days. I have a day job.
Well, if you have a day job, why would you ask your artist to take all that time away from their day job?
Never would I ask his artist to travel. Never. I was
It's
talking
so
about myself.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
just saying, when people hit up an artist, like, you want to travel to me?
Do you know how expensive that would be?
No, but you
I'd be
can
like,
also,
if I asked an artist to come to me, I would expect to cover travel expenses.
you can also,
Like that's
At the bare minimum.
a pricey tattoo.
Yeah.
you could fly in and fly out right after the tattoo. I've done that a bunch of times when I have like work 5-6 days a week and be like, well, fuck it, I want to go to Hell City and get tattooed. So after work, hop on a flight, go get tattooed like a Friday, and then leave Saturday morning, or catch a red eye and go right back to work on Saturday. But you just,
brother.
you gotta make it happen. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
commitment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a labor of love. It's a passion. It's a job. It's a hobby. It's, I was thinking about tattoos earlier today. Like they're confidence boosters, right?
Oh, absolutely. I like talking about this.
So like for some people, they're like bumper stickers. Like, oh, why would you put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari? It's like this same reason you want a $500,000 impractical car in the first place. It doesn't really serve. It's kind of like, so I was thinking, if you tattoo your entire body, like, do you rise like a tier or two? Like,
it's like getting the extra paint job on the sports car.
Yeah, when
like
I'm having like a manic episode, I'm like, shouldn't I have like superpowers now? Shouldn't I be like a god? Shouldn't I be elevated? Like I've sacrificed like 25 plus years to get tattooed like on a monthly, weekly basis or whatever. And like, and now, now that I have like close to 2.5, 3 full suits, now, now my ideas for subject matter have changed, and I want to do like a 4th pass. Like I want to redo my entire, not my entire torso, but like kind of like I'm refreshing my back now. And then especially being in New York, and my tastes have shifted. So Chris Garver and Marvin Silva being my 2 main guys, I see things that could be like retooled, reworked, and I feel like our bodies could probably take 4, 5, 6 layers of ink. Like I've pushed it probably 4, 5, 6 passes, to see how much the elasticity of your skin, how much can it actually absorb and hold before your skin really starts to be like rough for wear. I mean, so like I have like this one over here, I probably did 4, 5, 6 passes, and it's been years, but I could still feel where like the white, over the black. And even now I still like, I kind of want hoodie to just black that out. So I have like one blackout piece. Oh, like a 7th pass.
I don't know, man.
Each pass gets worse as it goes on, so
I see it right there.
it's healing.
I mean, but like if I see it, I have to like make it happen somehow. It's just oh man, there's a lot that goes into it. Like the hardest part for me is like saving thousands of dollars per session.
Yeah.
And my another concern is if I get injured, like that Josh Duffy on my knee. I stumbled one night and fell on my Duffy tattoo, and the next day I realized a piece of it was missing on the shin.
Ouch.
So it's like going from New York to Arizona for maybe like.
I love that you called that a stumble.
Yeah, well,
I took a chunk of my tattoo out in a stumble. That was a
oh
little more than a stumble, Bubby.
Yeah, just a bit.
man, yeah, and then I had to hop on a flight too, and I'm all, like bleeding and like, what the hell?
There's nothing worse than bleeding on an airplane. Like, you feel so clean.
That was just
You just
recent,
feel
right?
so clean.
That the last pass you got done?
The Stefano, the sternum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I was trying to think if there's anything since, but nah. So it's been what, 2-3 months?
2 months.
Wow.
Ah, that's way too long. That's like the longest between sessions.
You haven't been tattooed since Megan, so fuck.
So what's
7
yours?
months now.
That's beautiful.
Get on it. Make some, send some emails.
Yeah.
I got tattooed one day.
What'd you get?
Well,
I
me and
beat 'em up
Fawn, I
for a
got
few
things we got
hours.
planned. So we just got to make that happen. It's just time right now.
That
Yeah,
was
we'll get some like trips planned. We got a busy couple of months coming up, and then I think this fall we're
Yeah.
gonna have plenty of opportunities to hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, this summer's just gotten insanely busy all of a sudden.
Look into my eye.
Chuck, you're getting ripped. Like, not to be weird, but
Make it weird, Fawn. That's
Yeah.
what we do.
you're getting ripped.
That's weird.
I've just been that kind of person. Like I throw myself into anything. I'm definitely one of those all or nothing. And like for the life of me, I couldn't exercise and get tattooed 3 times a week. Like it was messing with the healing process, and
Mhm.
it would like kind of, if there was any rubbing on the tattoo, it might scab up, and then you worry for a few days. Fuck, like, so I was like, you know what? It's I in my head I always had a order. Like I always knew I can't be like Y'all Z and get tattooed and go straight to the gym. Like I tried. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
almost like
No, yeah,
too
no.
much recovery on your body. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like
I guess
the recovery in between when you're beating yourself up that much is just so much more.
I'm like a masochist. I could just take the, I'm just like a masochist, opportunist. Like, you know what? Even going to the gym, it's suffering. I hate it. But now I'm like addicted. It's the same way. I miss getting tattooed. So I just hurt myself at the gym instead, just punish myself. And, you know, it's a good way to just mind your own business, stay out of trouble. I've had like a lot of trouble recently with like a stalker, and the police aren't doing anything.
Hold on, you got a stalker?
Yeah. I have.
Chuck,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to talk about this when we're not on air.
What's so
I can
soft?
talk about it on air. I don't care. Like I really
Okay.
Oh, toe. Look at that. That's amazing. Who did your mini toe?
that was Chris Garver.
Nice.
Yeah, that I stayed off my foot for a week and it healed mint. Like I'm so happy with that.
That shit hard.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
I
insane.
wish I could get tattooed by Chris. If he's like, oh, a whole week opened up and I like magically poof had the money, I'd get tattooed 7 days in a row by him. Like he's just one of those guys
Oh,
that just does it for me. I still have those other 2 toes also that he said he would
I
do
love-
2 more portraits on those other 2 toes.
Those would be teeny.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it can be done.
I didn't say it could be done.
Be done.
I just said it'd be teeny.
I have faith.
That
I
was
want to
it.
see it.
I love how we hit that kitsune a second time on the fire. And
It's gonna just make those oranges and reds just hold up and be so much more vibrant.
yeah, he said he could like hit up the fox again, but we just did the fire and then we hit the thumb a second time as well that session. And damn, do you guys have your thumbs tattooed? Holy fuck.
Yeah, like, it sucks, man. Like
Fuck.
this pinky
Oh.
knuckle and then like this whole strip here. That was way hotter than I expected it to
I
be.
tried.
First of all,
A little
talking him-
spicy.
I tried talking
Extra
him out of
spicy.
the second pass. I would have rather tattooed my throat, or I tried. Like
That
I was
shit don't
like,
hurt.
can we do this another? And he's like, nah, sit down. Not like that. But it was
Hey,
like,
the throat don't hurt.
I
The
mean,
throat don't hurt.
the
I think you fell
sides
asleep when I
didn't
was
hurt.
tattooing your throat.
Yeah.
thumbs don't
Like
hurt.
even the like he's got the Columbus skyline across here. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then
Yes.
he's got
That's, now
one
them
of his-
collarbones though. Them
Ah,
collarbones.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Collarbones
Don't
are hot.
even-
Them motherfuckers is on fire.
Yeah,
so I got it all the way.
collarbones suck. Oh,
Suck. And this the noise that go
You can feel it. You feel the vibration.
in my ass though. Like it'll be a nerve down in my ass bone somewhere. I'll be feeling it's weird.
hey,
When
you
I'm
gotta
when I'm getting my
clench.
inner arm done, I feel it like in the side.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
I always love the weird, like, yeah.
There's a thing
No, when I got my belly button, man, I felt it in my dick.
Not your balls.
I did.
I would feel like
That's
I
good.
would think you'd feel in your balls from like the vibrating of the machines.
Yeah, you would,
this
right?
is
But
helpful
it's
information
oh,
for
it
somebody.
was the weirdest
Wait.
fucking sensation ever.
When I was getting my butt cheek tattooed, my foot cramped, like on the opposite side, or like Charlie horse bad. Like my whole foot would like flail out.
Oh,
So
And the
weird.
guy that was doing it was like, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't either, and I can't stop it. So 1, 2, 3, go, bro. Like fucking get it done. It was a lot. It was a lot.
But if you like take a break and you get back into it, it kind of like
Oh, I stopped, I stretched, I moved, we switched positions. It was just like one specific area. It wasn't the entire thing, but like this one spot, like just down lower on my like where my butt rounded. No matter what he did, my foot just it was not a fun time.
yeah, sometimes that you're in more pain after a session from some other thing non-tattoo
Yeah.
relate, like the position, if you're half on a table. Like, oh, how many times at conventions, like on 3 of those plastic chairs, like twisted, contorted, and your back is just like protesting. I remember, like, I think Todd has a picture of me balancing half on, half off a massage table with from Hell City.
yeah.
And Nick was like, you're hang tight, like you're doing a good job, and I'm just holding on, like balancing. But I'm like, I mean, you can't really complain if somebody like doesn't like Nick Baxter's design and there's an opening. How do you complain or say, hell no? You know what I mean?
I will sit however you need
I
me to
literally,
sit.
while he was setting up, I was like, bro, if anyone ever, there's a cancellation or anything happens, I'm your dude. And then like that day, he's like, person didn't like what I had for him. So he's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't even know, but like, yeah, let's I was like,
Did you design for them? May I see that, please?
I don't even remember what it was, but I'm just like, this was probably like, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. And like Nick can be selective with who he tattoos. So it's kind of like winning a ticket into the Willy Wonka factory, those golden tickets. Like it probably took me like 6 years roughly. Like he didn't like the ideas that I had, but I just, because I'm crazy. So I'm like, yo, I want you and Jess Yen to do a collab. Kind of, and you know, like completely different styles, but like I don't know, I want to see it. I still want to see it, you know. It's probably like I had like that Nick Baxter Jess Yen collab idea in 2010, and like they know each other, so it's not impossible. But then I tried so I've been tattooed by Jess. He did Tabori in my armpit. And then I locked in Gogwe. And then I wanted to have
You lost it. Shades it on.
Hi, man. It's fuck. Sorry.
Yen and Gogwe collab. You know, that would be fire too. Like I just think of
I could see Jess Yen and Gogwe happening a lot more like cohesively.
Yeah, it's a little more realistic. But I mean, Nick does some Oriental here and there, so I think he would still, him and Jess would still knock it out of the park. But I don't know. Never.
I'm looking for
no.
another example of your armpit, but I'm lost in Instagram land trying to find it.
Instagram land. He just held his
All right, he's pulling it up.
Got it.
Look, no, it's just armpit is on screen. Makes it easier.
I love
Oh,
that
there we go.
ribbon in the blue. So we still need one more session on it to fill in Kapala.
Very nice.
So I don't know. I was hoping he would be at the Empire show and do it there. But like I said,
Maybe.
You kind of have to like make opportunities for yourself if you want to get tattooed, and yeah, you have the time and resources and whatnot.
So I'm very selective with I have a homies only policy. Like I'm very fortunate to have come up in the circle that I have, that I've never had to stretch out very far to find great artists. And I don't know. I'm very privileged to only be tattooed by my friends. Like it's kind of odd. Most people can't. Like all my stuff's local.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's super important who you get work on by. You know, we talk about like the spiritual connection and like the exchange of energy.
Yeah.
I think the whole experience is kind of guided by that connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to have
You
like
don't-
good vibes associated with your tattoo. Like
Mhm.
even if it's like a crappy tattoo, but you had a good time. Like if you
That's what
have
it's about,
good,
man.
if you have good association, that's how I put it. So I definitely have like finished stuff that like I have negative association now that it's a good tattoo, but it's at some
But
point,
let's blast it over.
Yeah.
some point it's gonna get blasted. Someone else is gonna blast it, so the association is like even better.
I
Right.
think with me, I think I like the confidence of knowing that when my fucking work get done, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like with Fawn, I go to sleep. She'll tell you I've done several 5-hour sessions with her, and I'll be completely knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And
You snooze a lot.
yeah, so it's like, but it's the confidence of knowing when I get up, you know what I'm saying? My shit gonna be crazy. So I can relax with that. You know what I mean? Hell yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
you-
same. Like if you're dealing with people that are inside your wheelhouse and that you know and you've seen their art and you know what they do, and it's there's a comfort in that.
Yeah,
You're like,
hell yeah.
I'm not even gonna watch. I'm just gonna wait.
Because I want to be surprised.
I can't sleep.
You don't sleep? Why not?
Needles hurt.
I've been close a couple times, and every time I'm like, damn it, I
It's
wish
up a couple times in a couple sessions.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've nodded my head a few. Don't get
I
me wrong,
love
but
it.
asleep is not a no.
She
Yeah.
did my chest and my sternum. I was out of there. I got
No.
a big ass legion shit.
Now,
Well, 7 years ago today, this side was done by Megan and Anam, and I slept for about an hour during that session. To
Nope.
believe if
Nope.
you can believe it, but I did.
Nah, it's-
I've almost slept one time and it was out of like pure exhaustion, but it was like I was just on that verge of like my eyes were heavy and getting like, but I don't think I could have actually fallen asleep.
I
I
love
think
it.
that was as close as I could have come.
nope.
It's so relaxing.
I've gotten deep trance. I can breathe heavy. I've gotten sleep. No, no. I know what's going on. I know
I've
what you're doing back there. Yeah, I know what you're
I've
doing.
gotten
Wild
sleepy,
place.
but never fallen asleep.
That's wild. And you got a lot of work, bro.
Yeah,
That's wild.
I like to suffer. You know what I mean? And just
I like
By the
to
way,
suffer.
Chuck, Rick,
Oh,
Chuck.
yeah.
What's up, Chuck? Sadly.
Meet you.
Chuck's
Yeah.
an incredible tattoo collector. He joins us, I think, as often as he can. He comes on pretty regularly.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
Yeah,
You
he's
know, when
got a
I'm
lot
mentally-
of really
when I'm
cool
mentally,
experiences.
well enough to. I'm too intense, even for myself. I just like I only allow exposure, you know, like a little bit.
I don't know. We've had some heavy moments together, but I feel like there's so much like love and compassion between all of us now. Like we've been talking about our most painful experiences for almost 2 years.
It's true.
Isn't that crazy?
definitely.
It's odd how fast these bonds grow. Just sitting here talking, you don't really think about it. But when you spend 3 hours a week just chatting with people, like that's a quick
Hell yeah.
bond that
Mhm.
you really just absorb and you don't realize.
Yeah.
Like,
Shit. I mean,
it's a
think about it.
privilege.
Some people don't even spend 3 hours with their family.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
haven't spent 3 hours with my family.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I think we've got it's cool to see how you know, we've all kind of like, you know, we talk about the bonds that tattoo collectors have and like, you know, like we all know that we've experienced some of the
Right.
same things, but
The
it's
Insta
having
street
like
cred.
all of us being vulnerable enough to share those moments with each other. That's
Right.
almost like an additional thing that we've all gotten to experience together that like not many tattoo collectors have really had. Like
Right.
we pout and throw a fit about how much it sucks. We talk about how much we love it. We get emotional sometimes. We
Yeah,
do.
it's like
Yeah,
it's like a. I don't know. I don't think.
Are
it's
we
like
each
a-
other's tattoo support group?
That's
Did I just realize that we are accidentally leading a tattoo support group?
I thought that's what this was.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Okay. So welcome to the tattoo support
So
group.
we have to rebrand again.
No, I mean if you're
Yeah.
collecting tattoos,
been
101,
traumatized,
you're going to be put into
We're
a
here,
group.
we're here to talk to you about your needle trauma.
Well, I mean, you're slowly but surely. It's a weird thing. It's just like anything. If you hang out at the gymnasium long enough, you're going to be a gymnast. If you know what I mean? Like if you hang out in the crowd and be with the people and you're immersed in the culture, no matter what that is, if it's rugby, if it's handball,
If it's gang activity.
gang activity, it's the same. It's the same
Same shit.
idea.
It's
You get pulled into that
exposure.
familiarity, and you get pulled into that
culture.
That culture,
Yeah.
and if you're the type of person that gets absorbed by it, like all of us clearly are,
Yeah.
you thrive through that. And it's
Trauma bond.
It's an instant fade. It is a trauma
bond.
Life's a trauma bond.
So I had this talk with a client a few weeks ago,
That's
and
very
it was
true.
on this very topic. And like, as you know, I get super baked, and my clients get baked
No.
with me when they get baked. And one of the things that we were talking about was trauma, and the way that there are so many collectors that use tattoos as their coping mechanism for trauma.
Yeah.
So in this conversation, we kind of came to this epiphany together that like there's all of these these traumas that happen, and you spend the rest of your life recovering from those traumas.
Right.
But the tattoo trauma is the recovery.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like when we're sitting there under the needle, like sometimes we're with the pain and we're punishing ourselves and we're going through it. Sometimes we're remembering something and the
Yeah.
pain is associated with something good that we love.
Yeah.
Like there's all of these like super emotional things that are going through us while we're being tattooed. And like sometimes the pain takes us to other traumatic places in
Yeah.
our head.
Yeah.
And I just think it's really cool that like I said, the special thing about tattooing and the thing that we put ourselves through for this, not only do we get to collect this awesome artwork, but like there's the healing factor. It's the only thing I know that works like that.
Most people don't take the time to process that thought. Most people don't take the time in their day to have 3, 5, 10 hours
Right.
to sit and do nothing but think.
And
That's a hard concept for a lot of people to allow themselves that kind of time to be in their own head. I get it. We talk to our artists, we hang out, we have a good time. But once they start tattooing, there becomes this point where you need to shut the fuck up and let them do their job. So like it allows you that inner monologue and process and thought that you don't allow yourself in day to day. We get up, we go to work, we come home, we feed whomever, yourself, whatever, made bed, what, like you have your routine. Everybody has, and no matter what you do for a living, no matter if you do anything for a living, you still get embedded into that routine and that day to day, and you don't take time for, nobody takes time for themselves.
Hell no.
And people that do, I love you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I want you.
Yeah, it puts you in an introspective headspace that you won't get unless you are doing something painful. So it's interesting because we're dealing with emotional pain by putting ourselves through physical pain.
Mhm.
And it's just interesting because I wonder with myself, like, what's worse, the physical pain that I'm in or the emotional pain that I've already experienced. And I still can't come up with like what's been worse for me after tattooing my whole body. It's almost like 50-50, just like, and like that. I'd love to see medical studies, like obviously not MRIs, but studies on the brain, what is stimulated when you're getting tattooed, obviously. So, some people are able to sleep. I get sleepy, so it's obviously releasing, I don't know, it's definitely firing off the serotonin and dopamine and, the feel good chemical reaction and fight or flight. And it's just, I don't know, it's really fascinating for me. And like,
Do you experience any like synesthesia, like in addition to like all the other experiences when you're getting tattooed? Like for instance, like do you see like if you close your eyes or if your eyes are even open, do you see like flashes of color and like waves of patterns and things like that? Do you go down those rabbit holes?
yeah, I get into a certain headspace where, I mean, every experience is different. So this is why I stay passionate and excited, because every session is going to be unique to that day or to that artist. Everyone has a different application. And if you do your knee, it's going to hurt a different way than your ribs. So I kind of just, like I say, I get into this like introspective headspace that I can't get into otherwise if I'm not getting tattooed. And it also tied into like, for me personally, it was like self-harm. So like I started cutting really young and like being suicidal at 5 years old. I think my first like, letter. So then I started like cutting myself, my arms, my thighs, and like, occasionally would cut myself too hard or whatever. And then I got into tattooing at 13, and I was like, this self-mutilation thing, it's it's a release, but it's like, there's got to be a better way. And that's for me how it kind of transferred into getting tattooed. So it was like, I want something to show for it that looks good, that I could be proud of, instead of, a bunch of stupid scars. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy thing. That goes back to earlier you mentioned the confidence that tattoos can give people. And that's one of my favorite things to talk about, because I feel like as a tattooer, that's such a special gift that I'm able to give somebody. Like plastic surgeons can't even really do that, because like a lot of times somebody will look in the mirror and then they'll see the next thing that they think is wrong with them, and they've got to fix something else. So then they've got this weird, I don't want to say that everybody has that, but I think a lot of people end up having this weird dysmorphia.
But
But
instead
like,
with tattoos, it's like, oh, what cool thing can I add next, instead of what do I need to fix?
yes. And it's almost like, it's like once somebody's covered in tattoos, they have confidence because people are looking at the tattoos. People are getting in close and they're like looking at the tattoos and looking at the story that's being told by this artwork, like
Yeah.
whatever it is. So
funny is-
when the attention is different, when you don't feel like you're scrutinized, but when you feel like your artwork is being admired, all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah, it's a
okay, that
diversion.
attention's all right. Like, okay,
Like,
I'll go ahead and show this off.
I feel so fucking ugly. I'm like a fat fuck and I'm obese. But if I put all these like pretty flowers or scary skulls, but something that I enjoy subject matter wise, like it's kind of like I said, a diversion. It's kind of like I feel ugly.
Yeah.
So if I'm ugly, let me at least put something like dope to kind of like not mask it, but maybe mask it. So, but like the confidence thing for me, it wavers. Like I thought that I would feel like always confident and oh man, I achieved this level, 25 years dedication, but like I still feel like the same like piece of shit most of the time, you know. It's just like it, I don't know. I think for everyone that it comes and goes, your confidence. You know, I think when you work hard, you're supposed to be confident.
Another mic and stuff. Should I?
What
But
you
for
do.
me, it's like
Yeah. Do we
like
need to
there's
set
this
another
new
mic? Yes or
Netflix
no?
series on
Yes.
called How to Change Your Mind. And it's dealing with psychedelics and that. And in some aspects, your sessions sometimes are almost like an acid trip.
Yeah.
You can have out of body experience when you're getting it. And that, I mean, it changes things with you.
We got people joining.
The
Sorry. it's getting a
perception of
little-
reality. So, you know, I mean, that's where I get that with for my sessions. I mean, it just changes your perspective of the world sometimes. You know, I mean, you're putting your body through so much trauma, and you know, for me, it's about endurance. How much can I put
Right.
my body through?
Yeah, it's a marathon. It's not a
Yeah.
sprint. You know, like there's,
Yeah,
I
it's
take little baby steps. We
Yeah.
hit that 5 hour mark. I'm like, hey guys, I don't know what your plans for the evening were, but I'll buy dinner. Or I'll roll
Anything to
us
stop.
blunts.
Yeah, you want to avoid
I'm
the pain.
good.
You don't want to face it
Yeah.
anymore. It's
I'm cool.
Yeah, I use my tattoo appointments as like, okay, this is my mental check-in time to see like how I can do and in terms of endurance and just kind of see where my mental's at.
it's
you know, when I first started going, I mean, my first session when I started back up again, 11 years ago was 6 hours. Then it went to 7. And then when Randy tattooed me, that was a 12-hour session, which was a big leap in how many hours I had done.
You guys are beasts. No, thank you. I don't know, man. I guess I got a couple of long sessions early in my collection and just kind of made the decision that I'd rather kind of putt through the rest of this. I'll get them till I die. It's fine. We got a bunch, you know, like we'll just keep adding on and adding on. We'll get there. But like, yeah, I hit that 5 hour mark and I'm pretty much, I'm good. I don't care where
I'm
we're
at that
with
point
time.
now,
Mhm,
but I can
I'm
still
good.
go long sessions. I mean, my next sessions, man, the shortest session on that, which there were 4, was 7 hours. So, you know,
Right.
I thought I cut back a little on how much I got tattooed with, but in reality, no, I'm still going what I normally would do, you know, and
Right.
I don't want these long sessions, you know, it just worked out that way.
I want you to have long sessions.
I'd rather just kind of putts through them at this point. Kind of got nothing to prove anymore. I got enough.
Well, that's how I feel.
we're
I've
here.
done what I've done.
We're
I've done a 14-hour
Yeah.
session. I did 2-day sessions. You know, I've had
See,
people work on it at once.
Jiu-jitsu
So, you know, I don't think I have to prove anything.
yeah, if I need that, like I need to prove to endurance and not die and all that. Like I just fight people for like an hour and a half. And that's where I find that
That's what you do?
yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You do jujitsu? How many years? What belt?
I've been doing it for 5 or 6 years.
Damn.
It's a good time,
Hit
but
me some like that.
it's that like, do you know what I'm focused on right now? Not dying. Do you know what else I'm focused on? This guy trying to fucking choke me, and then when I'm done with that, I'm worried about air. And like that's it. Those are the three fucking things. This guy's I don't want to die and air. If that's it. It
You're not thinking
simplifies
about your
life
dirty
so-
laundry piling up. in the
no
corner?
laundry. It doesn't matter. I'm not thinking about shit, but I need air. And 90% of the time, you know what I need? Air. Because someone's trying to block it, or I can't breathe because I'm fat. It's a wicked combination. So like
You consider yourself fat though.
Bubba, you see this?
Oh, okay.
250 pounds of glorious.
250?
It sits well. It sits
One.
well. I'm hunched forward. I hide my thighs. But yeah, so I get it. I'm not saying I don't understand that release. I'm not saying I don't understand that headspace because fuck, I get that headspace. But tattooing for me is it's not far enough. And I can't do the 14, 12 hours. I can't sit there. I'm so ADD. We get 5 hours in. I've looked through every page I have. I'm on other people's pages looking through their shit just because I'm bored. TV's on. I'm out of conversation. Nope.
Yeah, I'm the same
Me
way
just
with that.
sitting there is the bad part.
Yeah.
I used to, and Fawn know this ain't no lie. I used to rent her studio out and blow in that bitch while she tatted me for 5. That's why I would be asleep. I'll be smoking and then I would go to sleep. Do you like to smoke? I love to smoke and get tatted like at the same time.
Me too.
Not after.
Do that, bro. I couldn't do that.
What?
To make the pain like
Hell no,
fuck that.
bro. Put on cushion orange juice. Started from the beginning, and let me smoke and tat me,
I'm
and I'll
afraid
be
of
good.
coughing. I'm afraid of coughing.
When my
Fuck,
longest
I got
session is
we go to
14.
baby lungs.
I
My
love it.
longest session is 14 hours, okay? And I ate 500 milligrams of THC for that session. So yeah, I was feeling real great for that fucking session.
You was feeling real good.
That's why you go to
You're
sleep.
goddamn right.
Shit. Yeah, I ain't a
Well, Fawn
500
only
million
allow-
anything. You're gonna drag me to whatever we're doing.
She would only allow me to do 5 hours at a time. She was like, "We gonna tap out at 5," and I was like, "Cool, we just do 5." But I did multiple 5 hours.
Some sessions that were way more than 5
It
hours.
was.
For sure.
There were, yeah.
Like think about like back in your studio days when I
Oh,
came to your house.
That's true.
See,
Very much.
some-
That's when you was doing the skylines
Action,
and all
were
that
ya?
shit too.
yeah, there were some times where I think we saw the sun come up. I'm pretty sure.
That's true.
I'm real sure. But like to be fair, I was like tattooing.
No
the whole
numbing.
family.
Have I ever used numbing cream?
We didn't have it then.
Did-
And to be fair, I didn't even know about Bactine yet in
Yeah.
those days. Like he was
Yeah.
snoozing on me and didn't even have the Bactine tricks.
Nah.
My mind, like when I go to get tatted, a lot of times it's for a reason, or I'm going through like a phase, like, oh, I want to get tatted, I want to keep getting tatted. So I go in there with the mind state of like, how far can I put my mind away from this pain? You know what I'm saying? And enjoy what's going on. And that's when it's like a mind game with me. You know, everybody know this shit hurts.
Yes.
But if you can take that and it's almost like I guess like the Oriental way of thinking, like I'm gonna take this pain and I'm gonna put it away, and I'm not even gonna think about it, and I'm gonna test myself and see how much of this shit I can
a lot
test.
of stuff up, don't you, bud?
Yeah,
Don't wait.
yeah.
Sorry.
Because
Yeah,
I got fucked up
dangerous.
attitude, so I have to.
Solving these issues today on the tattoo support group.
You got my back.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Just making
it's
sure.
like a,
Because like
You get
It's a
another
mental game.
round table.
That sound like a gun.
That was his gun.
Phone this time.
there's this one.
Gun. We
Ah,
practice gun safety around here.
We
It
do.
would have been fine. It's okay. Kyle was like, "Oh man, what have I gotten myself into?"
It's a good podcast. How y'all been though? I know it's been a minute, man. How's listen? We was at the crib.
In like the 30s.
Yeah, we was at the crib.
So
And let me say this, y'all. This shit is, I love it. Like it's dope. They done added shit since I've been here last time. They got big ass TV screens in the background, and it's elaborate. They got the staging. They got a whole team. Don't let them fool y'all. It's a whole team that's doing this shit. Shout out to my man, intern on the end right here. It's my guy. He been putting shit together the whole time. They've been helping them out, and you know what I'm saying. So it's a real nice effort. It's a real nice structure that's going on, man. I love it. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. I'm
Can I
here.
pre-record just some like
Drops and shit,
instant hype? Like
instant
just
hype.
hype on a button?
and I'll still come in too, and I'll do some shit on fucking site.
I love it.
As long as we can smoke and keep getting high, I'll keep talking and hyping you
That's
guys
right.
up. But nah, it's real shit. This no fake. It's nice.
Well, thanks.
Oh, yes.
We've all been working hard. Kyle showed up with some new tricks today that I'm excited about.
Show us
So-
tricks, Kyle.
Well, it's
That's
just
not
like,
ready to go on
it's
yet.
just
Why
like
meet up
presentation
so I can
kind
do
of stuff.
tricks? It's always ready to go on. What are you talking about? We can make a reason to go on. What's
But-
the trick?
Are we allowed to show Red Bull? We gotta turn it around.
Now that you just said the name
Okay.
and pointed at the camera, we can do whatever the fuck we want, huh?
What is this? Ginseng,
I'm in search of
taurine.
sponsors. So if Red Bull wants to sponsor my life,
Come on, Red Bull.
bring it on.
Let's
I like
shout.
all flavors. I just
Red
get
Bull.
generic.
Get your
This is
wings.
Appreciate it,
What?
bro.
This doesn't even have ginseng in it anymore?
No, I just straight
No,
caffeine.
ginseng got expensive. They're like taurine.
true.
Yeah,
I
they're
can
like fucking
manufacture
sugar
that.
caffeine. Fuck
They're
them up.
like those meth heads down in Appalachia. They want top dollar for
We
that.
want it right
It's just-
before it strips the can. That's the perfect dose. Right before it strips the can. Pour it in.
Bruh.
Let me not
Have
wrap
you
up
guys,
all ginseng hunters into being meth heads. I'm sorry. I've
Dude,
just seen some
fine,
educational television that
fine.
painted that
Just
picture
because it's
for
true
me.
doesn't mean you need to
Oh, we
apologize.
rude. Hey, can I introduce my guy? This is my guy, Mafia. Yeah, I'm sorry, yo. To my people that's in virtual land, my guys that's with us. This is my guy, Mafia. This is basically my little brother for real, for real. We've been friends damn near 20 years, and you know what I'm saying, doing music and yeah, a whole lot of shit. So we're actually coming out with a project that we could probably talk about later when we get to the music segment. That's coming up. That's gonna be dope. So yeah, I just want to introduce y'all because he just popped in.
We have a music segment now?
Oh
You're
yeah,
in charge of the music segment.
oh
now.
damn! Did I just create
You
that?
just did.
Oh, wait.
I just knew that Fawn had some shit on pause and some pictures and shit, so I figured that we was gonna get to the music in a second. Okay,
Kyle
fellow
Major figured
musicians.
out how to share sound for us. So
cool bean.
that's another nice improvement this week. It's just little itty bitty little improvements every week.
I love it.
We're
It's live on YouTube.
our
Yeah, it's live on YouTube. Tap in.
You know what? Our 100 and 101st episode are coming up soon. Right after we get back from Hell City. And I think we're gonna do like a celebration
Hell
for
City
both of those episodes. Would you like to join us?
Yeah, but I need some
Absolutely.
tattoos, so I need to get
MC
some
our
more tats.
101st episode?
Yes,
We'll
I'm
still
gonna be-
probably
I'm
be on the
down
road
for that.
the 100th.
That's gonna be a riot.
I'm really thinking about coming to Hell City.
Why
Like hell
I'm
yeah!
wondering-
I was just telling my guy I think we need to go out there. When I seen that
Why
pool
I'm still
party,
thinking.
it's look crazy.
It is. Stay hydrated. It's worth it though.
Yeah.
What'd
it's
you
worth
say?
it.
I said,
Is
I don't know why you're still thinking. I thought the word you meant to use was booking.
Oh, okay.
There we go. There's positive affirmations.
That sounds
he's
more
booking
like it.
His room in Phoenix.
He will be attending.
Well, it's a hot ass Phoenix.
I ain't never been there neither.
He said it is hot ass
Well, it's hot
buddy.
as hell down
So
there.
walking from
It's monsoon
where we have
season
to
then,
stay
though.
to
It's gonna
where
be
the
hot-
convention
humid
is
as fuck.
In-house.
Oh, okay.
You take your shirt off because you'll sweat through it on the
Yeah.
way. And you just
Bro, I know,
take
I've
a
been
towel
Phoenix too, so.
and you just get you one of these before you put your shirt back on. Because if not, you are wet for like a half hour. And then you walk into the 70-degree air conditioning blasting Biltmore and you freeze to death.
Hey, I gotta talk to the boss man. Is there some slots left in Phoenix?
He's accepting.
Rooms and stuff?
Nah, for the performing.
He's accepting.
Oh,
music now.
I
Hit him up.
mean,
Like, he just
Oh,
put a
he
thing
me and
up.
him already talked. We had something. I didn't follow through. He already gave me a pass.
it's so funny.
Just gave me a pack.
The boss
Hit
man.
him.
Here somewhere.
Is
He
it?
just left.
Humans
He,
to become friends.
he just dropped off drinks for us.
Well-
being the wonderful human being that he is.
But
Well,
yes,
yeah.
it would be awesome if you performed at Hell City.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it would.
And then we're definitely there for sure. I do religion.
I don't know if he, I assume they've got all the acts planned. I don't hang out enough in the office to know all of those details.
I know
But
a
it would
couple
be
weeks
rad.
ago, he had a looking for Phoenix attractions thing.
Sweet.
So,
Yeah, let's do it.
so I don't
Okay.
know if that's still a thing because you know how that
Well,
goes.
boss, me and boss man, cool. We had a little convo. So yeah, fine. I know you got some strings you can pull, and my man, you know what I'm saying. So
She's pulling the string, you know.
what's that?
You guys are pulling the same string.
Exactly. So yeah, what you think, Luch? Yeah. Phoenix, Hell City.
Boom.
Wow, I like it.
Yeah,
Get my whole
He's gonna
back
do it
tatted.
all together.
I like it. Oh, it's gonna be cute.
It is it's a riot. My like you have to stay on property. The pool party is what it's about. Like everything we do is after hours. The show's amazing, don't get me wrong, but as soon as the show stops, it shifts straight to the pool. Like
Yeah.
everybody goes, changes, and they
So where's the show? Is the show on the inside?
yeah,
yeah, there's
it's in
like,
their
there's a
ballroom.
huge
So, yeah.
ballroom that is like all
Nice.
convention. And then you walk like through a couple of like courtyards and get back to where everybody's rooms are. And then there's some of the most beautiful pools Marilyn Monroe's favorite pool is there.
Tell us
the
about Marilyn
Catalina
Monroe
pool.
pool. Tell us about
Yeah.
it, Fawn. Tell us about the
Okay.
wonderfulness that is.
I'm a
Marilyn Monroe.
stoner, so I can't remember the names of people and everything. So I'm just going to give you the synopsis of the story. Okay. So when they were talking about building the Biltmore, they wanted to build these super extravagant pools, and they wanted to use these specific blue tiles that you can only get on one specific island, like one of the Catalina islands.
So
And they were like, no, we're not exporting our tiles to you.
Yeah, they told them they wouldn't sell them to the Billboard.
They're like,
You're
nope,
not good enough for
We're
us.
not exporting them.
We only make
Nope.
in-house for.
So the solution was,
This is
are you
great.
ready?
This is great.
Yeah.
Buying the island. So he bought the whole
fucking
island so he
island.
could get the blue tiles that they imagined for this pool. That being said, it makes this specific pool at the Biltmore the most expensive pool in the world.
Wow.
Had to buy a whole
of an
island to make
island.
this pool
Sure.
exist.
Wow.
So when you see these blue tiles throughout the Biltmore, but especially at the Catalina pool, there's so much cool history to those tiles, and
Wow.
it just makes the Biltmore that much of, like, they call it the jewel of the desert, but it makes it that much more like special. And if you're into
Yeah.
nerdy things like this, my whole back piece was designed off of the Biltmore block that you see repeated about 400,000 times throughout the whole complex.
It is everywhere.
That's dope. See, when tattoos mean something, man, that shit is a lot more dope. That's why I did my back end and my legs. That's why my next journey is my legs.
Get on there.
My legs. So I want to do all my legs, all portraits. That's what I want. I want all meaningful portraits, like people that influenced me in my life. Like I'm gonna start off with my grandpa that just passed. I want him on here first, and then from there, I'm just going to do influential people in my life that meant something. You know what I'm saying? And I just want all portraits, whether it's woman or man. I just want all portraits though, all of it. So I want to start off with one. I don't have one portrait on me at all, not one.
Should we introduce him to Cam?
Oh man.
He's hard.
Oh yeah.
Is he?
He's in the room right next to me. I don't know if you.
Oh, I think the tall dude. Is that the tall dude?
Yeah.
Black guy? No. No.
You know, I can't say for sure how to describe Cam.
You introduced me. No, maybe you introduced me to Jordan. I think that's who it
Yeah,
was.
Jordan's across the hall,
Okay.
tall guy.
Okay.
So in the room right
Oh,
next
yeah,
to me,
no.
Cam, he does awesome lettering. He does beautiful. You know what? Where's this mouse?
Hey,
Let me just
don't
show you.
we have that?
Let me just show
Shout
you.
him out.
What's this? But you know, there is a way we can do this, guys. Let me think about it.
We
Let me
are
see if I
living
can
in the
work this
future.
out.
I'm only gonna throw it a couple times. That's it.
computer guy?
Yeah, I just wanted some
We've been
portrait
over
work
this.
with my legs.
Well,
I mean, I just feel like if there was one responsibility, it would be a computer guy.
Right, and that's our sharing
We'll get the
screen.
ball.
Which was hard as
Get the
fuck.
ball.
So that's all.
That was a strong
Get the ball.
response. That was a strong response.
Get the ball.
Do you want to get it right?
Who's that? Mac Miller?
Oh.
I'll take
Yeah.
one.
Mac Miller fortune.
so
Get the ball,
this
girls.
is
Where's the
Cam's
balls?
work. I'm so proud that he's my coworker. I
That's
just
your
love
home.
everything.
That shit hard. He did that. Damn.
But how's it gonna show up on black skin though?
He going to, yeah, bro. That shit dead. And they got that new ink now, man. That shit show up like color. I want color in my shit, but I'm getting color in my legs. Fuck that. I'm getting color in my shit. That shit shows up now. Especially the white highlights. That shit look hard on dark skin.
There's Keith.
Tattoo in the face.
Yeah.
Motherfucker just hurt, man. Tattoos hurt like a motherfucker.
That motherfucker, man. Listen, I love it.
Look at how he does his roses. I love the way they're
Lord.
both like, it's like he's come up with his own way to make them.
They kind of dance in the wind a bit.
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah.
You're such a
Yeah,
white
I love like I
Good
love
times
the
in the
flat
wind.
That's very
panels and the
simple.
slow gradients.
Yeah. I
Oh
like his
yeah,
work.
bring
I
me
love
that
his
ball
work.
now.
Is it? I got some more shit.
This
I-
is from Star
I don't
Wars
have any
Day.
more balls.
Who wrote this? You?
Also from Star
Yeah.
Wars Day,
I knew it.
Nigga. Me, nigga.
May the 4th.
Sorry.
May the 4th, my mom's birthday.
Come on, let's go in.
Using the raw ink there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
So what is raw?
Damn.
What that mean? Raw ink.
It's a tattoo company
Oh.
or a tattoo ink.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Oh yeah, Cam's good.
Yeah, he's got some skills.
Who was the best y'all know?
Think I would
Who's the best in here?
Bullshit.
I think everybody got different styles and shit. You know what I'm
The
saying?
best is a matter of perspective.
Yeah,
Art is
bro.
subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it depends on what you want.
Yeah, tattoos on like IG and shit. They be looking like somebody took a printer and printed it on their skin.
I mean, that's what we shoot for.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, they got all the artists in here is super dope, high level quality, bro. All of them. All their work is crazy.
Yeah, Derp's done a really good job putting a super strong team together. Derp Morrison's kind of like the lead, not kind of, he is the leader of Red Tree, the founder, the captain, the, I don't know, the brain behind it, the magical mythical creature.
The myth.
All this
Damn,
piece
I
turned
didn't
out
realize-
beautiful.
I've only seen that up close. I never realized that was
That
the
shit
back.
hard as fuck.
I never realized.
God, see, that's the type of Fawn. That's the type of piece I need on my. I'm not touching my back until I get some shit like that, bro. That nigga did that, Cam.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That shit look crazy.
I'm gonna revert back
Shit
to
like
do you think
$5,000
Fresh
like
Prince-
these bullshit.
Damn, that shit look crazy. Can you blow that up?
Well, I mean, that's as big as I can. I mean, it's
Oh,
cool enough
okay.
the way we're sharing it right now, but
Bro, that shit look crazy. See what I'm saying? I'm not. See, I don't want those. Yeah, fine. I don't want nothing on my back or nothing to my shit. I want my shit to look like that. Like I want a piece. I want a piece. That shit look crazy.
Have you guys seen the crazy was
What's up,
it
dog?
Ganga
Or cameraman?
tattoo that does the full back piece while you're under anesthesia for like 100K?
What? 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 Wait. What if I provide my own anesthesia?
It's who did
I
it?
can do it. This is the thing. We can do this.
Who did it? Like Little Dirk did it. Uzi Vert did it for his whole front.
Somebody give me stupid money so I can do. Stupid
Somebody else told me that shit.
100 grand, they put you under, and sometimes they have up to like 8 artists do your entire back in like a session or two.
Somebody told me that, bro.
Yeah, so-
Somebody said Wiz did too. That's why. That's
Yeah,
the
so
first person I've
Uzi
said.
dropped like 200 grand to do the front and the back.
What if I bring my own? You know,
You say Uzi? Those little shit.
Fawn, would you tattoo me if I took enough? Whatever to knock myself out?
Get some mother's
I mean, that
milk.
shit's still gonna hurt when you wake up, though.
I can get the dentist stuff. The breathing.
Shit's still gonna hurt.
So-
Get the propofol that Michael Jackson liked.
Wait, hey
Yeah,
man,
is it
that's too
necessary
far
to
because he
take
went too far.
Mother's milk.
There's no science to it, Fawn. They figured this shit out. There's a formula. Well, I mean,
just
6 deep breaths. I don't know what it is, but like,
no,
if I wake up, it's not like I'm going to be mad. It's just a tattoo.
I don't think it'd be worth it. I think I like the way I collected my back piece. It took me 2 years. I had all those trips. I had all those experiences. I got to experience
Yeah.
Russ and learn from Russ while he was working on me.
Fair.
Like for me, there was so many, like I love my back piece, and it would have been cool to just wake up with it and then have a sunburn for 4 days. That would have been fantastic. But man,
I
I
think
would have
that'd be
missed
too
out
much
on so
trauma.
much.
To be honest with you, the impact of that much tattoo at once.
Just check
Your
me into the
skin
burn
just being
unit.
that open. You're gonna.
I'm
you're
Take
gonna
me to
gonna-
the hospital, drop me off at
Like,
the burn unit.
really,
Take
I
me
think.
leave.
I think
Fuck
coming
that.
out of that's gonna be.
Fuck me.
uh,
Listen, I want to.
What do you do for a week after that?
Nothing.
What do
Lay
you
in
do
the
for a week
bed.
after that?
Nothing
Lay
at
in
all.
bed,
If you
face
can even
down.
lay in bed, fuck no.
You can't do face down or face. You got to stand up.
You just float.
Because,
Get
bro,
an inversion table.
listen, Uzi shit had to be on fire, front and back. Bro, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro.
I couldn't do it.
He got that shit done like around the same time.
Let's be real. If somebody's actually paying for an anesthesiologist, there's obviously a doctor involved. So they're getting like hella pain pills afterwards. Like if you're going to put your body through all that unnecessary anesthesia and put your heart under that trauma of all of those chemicals, you probably are not against taking a whole bunch of opiates to deal with the pain. And those are, now we're going down a slope. Like, first of all, I'm allergic to opiates, so that's not even an option for me.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah,
it's a
crazy
slippery
stuff.
slope of like, this is
Ooh.
all extra. Like you're signing up for this trauma to achieve like a badge of honor, so to speak. Like, don't you think you're kind of shortchanging yourself?
Mhm.
Why you gotta ruin everything, Fawn?
I'm just
Yeah.
It's not ruining.
Just now you make sense.
I
and I'm
mean,
like,
she's saying the
man,
experience. The experience of
It
feeling.
adds to the experience.
Yeah, it definitely does. Cause I know you got some experiences. I remember from doing when you doing certain shit and smoke.
Mhm.
I wouldn't trade those in for.
But like, think about all the
anesthesiology.
conversations and stuff we've had while
Exactly.
we've been working on each other. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Those are the
Yeah.
things you're gonna miss out
Yes.
on. Like,
Absolutely.
like I might be doing a picture of this thing, but tied up in that is so much symbolism for you.
Yeah.
And then when I can share similar things, why
Hell
it's
yeah.
important with me, and like, that's
Nah, real shit.
you miss out on those experiences. And
Real
I think
shit.
I say it all the time, but I think that connectivity to your tattooer makes the tattoo that much more special.
Yeah.
Todd talks about it all the time with Megan. Like, I think Todd's probably closer with Megan than he is most of his family members.
Yeah,
that's why I have
it's
a whole
like you
daily
said
thoughts.
We
earlier
talk a lot.
with the with the trauma bond. Like your artist is physically hurting you, so
Mhm.
right.
this is why a lot of people like start to get like weird around their artist or calling them at midnight, and this is why there's that whole like sometimes a stigma about being friends with your clients, or some people have ruined it. Some people are cool, but like right off the bat it's kind of hard you can't judge someone right away, and until months later you're like, damn, I gotta change my number now, kind of thing.
I worked the system backwards. I became friends with everybody, then was like, hey, would you like want to maybe tattoo?
Well, we're already friends. Would you like to stab me a whole bunch of
we
times?
kick it. So
Yeah,
I see
since you
that you did
stabbed
this
these other
amazing
people.
thing. Could you share that with me? So I don't know. I've never had that like pursue an artist other than like people in my bubble. So that's a whole foreign concept to me. It's kind of crazy to hear that. Like,
Yep.
It's a hard concept for me to think of, like just going in and requesting for somebody,
Well,
like not knowing that person, having to build
Yeah.
that experience from scratch. That amount of trust I don't have in my body. I trust zero people.
I bumped into Fawn on a humbug. Me and my ex was going to a different tattoo shop to get tatted because we was about to get married, and it was closed. And we walked across the way and just went into a random tattoo shop. I was like, hey, somebody here tattoo us? And it happened to be Fawn. And they're like, yeah, I'll do it. And she was super cool. We were super cool. And, you know what I'm saying, we kept in touch. And here we are,
Probably
20
12, 13 years
13
later?
years later.
How old were your boys then? They were both
They
little,
were 3 and 4. Now
Yeah.
they 14,
Now they're
15.
grown.
Yeah.
Selena's grown.
Yeah, she grown. Yeah. So she's been around a minute, and she did a lot of me and my ex's work, you know what I'm saying? So she's been a good friend though, honestly, the whole
How
time.
much
So
of your family do you think I've worked on? Like,
A
it's
lot.
been a long time, but like, I worked
yeah, a
on
lot. So we had a tattoo party at one time in my garage studio /
Yeah.
garage.
We've
and
talked about this. I talk about how, like,
Yeah.
tattoo parties are kind of a taboo thing. And like, I spent so much of my early career doing them,
Yeah.
bouncing all over Columbus. And it sounds so sketchy when I talk about it. But like, in
It's all part of
reality,
the
tattoo parties,
journey.
like I had such a good connection with
Yeah,
the people that I
it's
was
dope.
working on, that it was like each time I did a tattoo party, it was more of like a
Yeah,
family
it
reunion. Like,
was.
everybody would gather and there would always be like dishes to pass. Like, I
Yeah.
learned about so many new casseroles and ways of cooking that I'm serious. It
Yeah.
was,
Definitely
I
family.
learned so much,
Definitely.
but it was really cool. It's cool to have like a connection,
Yeah.
the tattooer and client, but like once you and I have that connection,
Yeah.
and then you trust me to work on your
Yeah.
mom.
That's
and
what I was
then-
about to say. My mom's only tattoo. My mom didn't want to get a tattoo. We had a tattoo party. She came over and I talked to her. She said, the only way I get a tattoo is I get you and your brother's name on it. And she said, let's go. And she did it. She never, ever said she ever wanted a tattoo because she ain't want the pain. She ain't like needles. But she let Fawn do it. And that's still the only tattoo she got to this day. So that's dope. You
Is
know
it
what I'm
just
saying?
a little heart with your guys'
Yep.
names?
Yeah, our name, my name, and then a heart.
I
His
love that
name.
you remember, Fawn, like
Hell yeah.
20 years ago.
I
Yeah.
can remember sitting in the room doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I
fun.
can remember.
And
the
that's one of
setting.
those moments, you know what I'm saying? That's my baby right there. So, hey, she did. Still the only tattoo she got to this day. Never let nobody else work on it. So yeah, it's stuff like that you would miss,
Mhm.
So yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
high as hell.
Stay awake. I love that you say I'm high as hell and then reach down to relight.
I think
That
we
was
should roll
crazy.
another one. Do you need a wrap?
Yeah.
He gonna say he hard.
Do you need
Pick
a
it
wrap?
back up. That's crazy.
We can roll another one.
Oh, we got. There we go. My cord.
What's this one, y'all?
I got a
We-
question for you.
No,
I
what
don't
kind
know
of
if you've
What's
ever
that?
Have you
It's
heard
Weed.
of
it's either
anyone getting
French
tattooed
cookies
squid ink?
or
Squid ink?
I don't know.
Squid
French
ink.
cookies.
Ooh, I'm
just-
curious.
I just
That motherfucker look all right, man.
recently
Smoke
ran
hard too.
across like an
Get some smoke with some
article.
gas. Yeah, I
I
ain't bring
can't
shit.
remember
I
if it
came
was
straight from the hospital.
Peru, or
Yeah, I
where
got some
they
shit to
found
do
they
like
found
this.
some mummies, and
It's my
they were able to deduce that
You
the
sure,
ink
bro?
came
You
from
know this?
squid.
No.
Oh,
I deal with one.
Crazy. I want to see if I can
See-
find an article about that. I
Yeah,
mean, I
so
love
I'm
the
like-
idea of like
now I'm
organic
like-
I don't
inks,
think
but I
that's a good
wonder.
idea.
I mean, it's
I
kind
wonder.
it's kind of gimmicky,
I'm-
but I want to get a squid ink tattoo now.
Yeah,
I
but I
wonder
don't
what,
know
like,
about
the
how that,
composure of the.
that's a whole is a good idea. I mean, you're
I-
talking about
It might
a
not.
biological ink versus man-made ink, and
I'd be worried about your body absorbing it.
what kind of contamination
Or
could you
rejecting
get
it.
from that ink? You know, I mean, there's a lot of
You'd have to
questions to that.
sterilize it.
You know what?
Well, I mean,
I'll-
it would
I'll
have to
do
be
the test.
pasteurized, I imagine, but that's
Yes.
actually really easy to
Have to
do.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I
I'd
don't
like
know
to
nothing
get
about
one.
that.
I'm
They get the shit out
definitely
the store,
interested.
man.
I never even thought about that.
I was
so many different.
I was at St.
Yeah, bro. We fucked up. We running around here, remember when tattoo been melting and shit.
See, there you go, Chuck. There's an idea for one of your toes, right? Get squid tentacles as you get the squid ink. It
Yes.
has like squid tentacles going around it.
I mean, if people
Okay.
look at it,
I'm gonna screen share this and then I'm gonna pressure Kyle to read it.
No.
Hold on, let me
No
screen share it.
pressure.
I'll read it. It's just really far away from
I
me.
can't even see that shit with that shit.
All right, we're
My
testing my
glasses.
eyes. Hold on a second. Here we go.
My shit fucked
I'm
up.
gonna
I ain't
definitely
even
some
trying.
glass. Robert, like, man, I'm still not gonna read
Put it
that.
on
It
the
said
big screen.
cephalopod ink is not the normal sense of the word. It is melanin, the pigment in human skin, mixed with several other biological chemicals,
Oh shit.
which might cause adverse reaction, particularly as several neurotransmitters. It cannot be recommended as a tattoo ink, and I suspect very few professional artists would want to use it for that purpose.
There you
So
go.
So what we do is
that
we
sounds like that was an educated answer.
so now what we do is we market it and we brand it as Squid Ink Tattoo Ink, and then you come up with your own formula, make it a different shade, whatever, fucking sell that shit. So now every time somebody Googles it and searches it, they can say, "No, this is Squid Ink Tattoo."
No, that's our. That
And now you
already
just made $1
happens.
million.
That's what I thought. Looking it up. That's already a thing.
Already exists.
Why do
Yeah.
you ruin all my good things?
or what about
Yeah, you would have found out
Bang?
yourself later.
Probably not. The conversation.
What's that, Chuck?
Have you
Yeah,
seen
well,
what Bang Bang has some new like digital ink or some?
You know, I'm waiting to see what's going
I
on
want to
with that.
see that. What the fuck is up with that shit?
Yeah,
I mean,
I've
seriously,
definitely
because
dived down that
Yeah.
rabbit hole
What's
as
the
far as I
gimmick?
could.
What
Just
what
tell
is
us
the
the
digital
gimmick.
ink?
It's where they can
Let me see. I'll pull it
change
up.
the image under the skin with the ink.
What? The
No,
fuck?
no, that's witchcraft, sir.
That's
I don't want no
what-
witchcraft in my
just-
body. That is
Hey,
witchcraft.
man,
it
this
has to
shit
be
getting out of control.
nanotechnology.
In a minute, man, it ain't gonna be cool to get a regular tattoo. They're gonna be like, "Hey, man, you ain't cut your arm off and then
Aye.
replace it and then get the ink put underneath your flesh."
Your
Yeah,
tattoo doesn't
we'll be
dance.
the
You
old
ain't got
heads
that.
before we know it.
Do you remember they did the QR code tattoos that like took you to a YouTube video?
It was always
Yeah,
the Rick
man.
roll one.
Rick roll.
Never gonna give you up. Do, do, do,
I don't know the real words to be honest
do,
with you.
do, do.
Sing it, Kyle.
Oh shit!
We're getting musical today.
No,
and we
we're
haven't
not.
even talked to the
We
musician
haven't
about
talked
his
to the
music yet.
music. Go, Cal. Cal said he got it, man.
What am I? What, hold on, I'm screen sharing. I got
Oh,
distracted.
What are you doing?
Everybody's talking about
Boom.
He got that shit. That nigga was looking good, but I think he got that shit for real.
So this is a video. I feel like it's all gimmicky. I feel like it's gonna be like something for an avatar or something like in the other
Shout out to
the
my
meta
stats.
realm. I feel like it's gonna be something meta where like
It's only going to be for people that want like
You can
bone
leave it
mark
at that.
tattoos.
well, I'm just saying, like the way that skin works and the way our body heals and the way that particles are encapsulated, there's no way you can shift or change tattooing. Like you could be doing something magnetic, and that's what some people in the comments are asking if that's what's going on. But like, I wouldn't trust it. Would you put particles into your body that were big enough that like as you ran a magnet over them, they would shift like sequins on a pillow?
I would not be part of the test run. After it got proven, maybe I'd try it, but
But not signing up for the
no,
test
I'm
run.
like a wave 2, wave 3 kind of person on that kind of stuff.
I like the second or
Yeah.
third wave kind of.
Because you have that safety net knowing that at least the first one works. So it's like, okay, sure. Why not?
And it doesn't actually show anything. It shows like molten lava coming out of a test
Yeah, it
tube.
shows.
So it's just a
also-
lava
It shows
lamp.
nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't really show anything of what it is. So it's like, I don't know. Like,
I'm fine with just pictures, guys.
You know what
I'm
it's
fine with
for?
just pictures.
It's for people that don't really get tattoos, but like you said with the QR code tattoo, like some people just need something else. They get a tattoo, but it's because it glows in the dark, or there's something else tied to it.
Now that
Glow in the dark.
that-
I always wanted a black light tattoo.
Yeah, they
Can
got
we,
the
I thought that
can we
was
share
pretty
one of your
cool idea.
classic songs first?
Yeah, what you thinking?
I was thinking maybe something from local.
Something from local? Yeah.
Or we
okay,
can just do
then.
Bam Bigelow.
Yeah.
Can we do that one?
Yeah, we can do that.
I just so happen to have like 3 of my albums right up the desk.
It's a lot of lights. I think we should do a formal introduction before we just start blasting fucking music, don't you?
Fuck it. Fine. Drop this shit. What this fuck around shit?
It's happened. I have the sound.
Kyle.
Kyle just schooled me.
Hey, Kyle. I was about to say we got a call on Kyle.
Let's see, which one?
That's it. The one up top. That if you want to see the official video, yeah. Oh goddamn! I got ads on my shit. Man, that was crazy. I'm just saying, I got ads on my shit. I mean, I should be getting a little pay. Yeah,
Check your account.
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's on my level account.
Okay, where's my screen share button? Sorry, guys. I'm horrible at this.
We're still friends.
Thanks,
Okay.
Ben.
So,
Thanks for not firing me
Yeah.
like you do Kyle.
Well, I mean, only fired like one time.
it's just a bunch of times in a row. It's the same fire.
It was
Did you
same
did you check
occasion.
the sound on?
You know what? I didn't,
Fun.
but I didn't hit play yet. Okay, we'll do this again. Good catch, Kyle.
Bottom
Sound
corner.
on.
There you go.
Boom.
See?
We should screen
See,
share
Carol?
this.
That's what Cal's here for, man.
Push the right.
Hey, man, Cal's he's gonna go far. He's not gonna be an intern too much longer, man.
I don't even know if intern is like anything to do with anything Kyle does. Adapted the
Is this
mantra.
going? Do we
Of
not have
internet.
sound? No
Okay.
sound?
Hello.
Oh shit.
It's on.
Yeah, so I hear it.
Oh, is my hold on.
Wow.
Let's go back. I bet.
Who shot that video for you, Reighn?
Nah, your boy from North Carolina, remember? Had he had the
I
red.
don't remember him. What was his name?
Goddamn, it should be on there.
John. I remember him.
I forgot his Manny
Mac.
Mac. Yeah, that's
He
who
was
shot
pretty
him.
good.
He was. He got scared though, man.
Well, man, listen, I did a video with him one time. And he lost all the footage.
Well, he got scared. He was coming on with us on tour.
couldn't believe
Join
that shit,
audio.
bro.
Do you think that's
He
the
got
problem?
scared.
And then I
Lost all
can
the
share the
footage.
sound.
I did a
All right.
video with him somewhere.
New trick. We're adding another
Called me
trick
and
to
said,
the
"I lost
arsenal.
all the footage, bro." Yeah, I shoot you a
Make
new
sure you
video
mute it
for
though.
I was glad as fuck.
You pay for my time the second time.
He came on a tour with us, bro. Spent the night on the bus. We woke up. This nigga was gone, camera gone, everything. I ain't talked to him since. On tour. North Carolina. I said, bro, come on. He's like, all right, cool, man.
Came on the bus, kicked it, smoked. We don't want to sleep. We woke up anyway.
Hello.
Yo, bro, what's good, man?
Oh, where is you at?
Chill out, man. I already know. I know. Listen, bro. Listen,
Like behind or something. Man.
bro. You know I just had a meeting, right? That's why I'm running late.
This shit. Oh.
Bam Bam is number 5 in the MTV Urban Jabber charts right now, bro.
For real? That shit crazy.
Yeah, already know, bro. I'm on the way to the meet and greet right now, but you already there?
Shit, like 8 at least. 7, 8 years ago.
Bro, listen, I already know it's hot as fuck, bro. You need some sun anyway, though.
Man, fuck you, man. All right.
Holla at me. See you in a minute. Yeah. Yo. What up, Rapster, man? Ohio to Germany. What up, Highlight? Hey. I said my whips is getting bigger, bro. Now my creeps is getting bigger, bro. Yes, my chips is getting thicker, bro. I'ma do it big. Bam, bam, bigger low.
He does own the rights to this music.
Yo.
Maybe that's something we'll have to do from here. Add it on
Try it.
separate.
Give it a try.
You funny as hell, bro.
Yeah, bro, I forgot what was all going on in that.
No
motherfucker.
instrumental at all in there. Sorry, guys. We're
No,
trying
it's fine.
to share it.
Man, listen, I hear something there.
Kyle's got it.
See, Kyle, listen, Kyle, they need to give you a goddamn raise, man. I am for Kyle.
Wait. Kyle gets paid?
I didn't know.
Wait, Kyle gets paid?
I am for Kyle, man.
When I'm convinced.
Damn, Kyle, we about to get you some paper, man. Listen, you saying Kyle ain't working? Kyle is working. He deserves it. Kyle, I tell you what. Oh, man, listen, Kyle, I'm going to tip you, bro. Because I'm going to tell you what, you're doing a great job. And I feel like you should be on salary.
Now he's
I
on
appreciate that.
computers. I have no job.
Damn.
It'll get passed back to you.
Cal needs to be on salary. Y'all heard it here first. Look at that. God damn, Cal.
Well, this is the new one.
Yeah, that's a nizzle. So what was we doing? Was you wanting to see the Bam Bam first, and then what you want to do?
Oh, well, we're
Just
in
run
this
it.
now. Let's run it.
We're here.
Okay.
Let's turn it all the way up.
Turn it up.
Here we go.
So we just went straight into it, huh?
Whoa.
So this is Religion 2, with me featuring Yellow Wolf. Official video. We had 500,000 streams, man. 520,000 something. Couple months.
I was kind of hoping you wore boots.
Today?
He does wear cowboy boots.
Yo,
I know.
so honestly,
I just like keeping up.
to be real with y'all, I just came from the hospital, visiting my pops, and the time caught up with me. I had to come. That's why I'm chilling. Because really, I want to come here with boots and everything like I usually do. But I'm chilling today. I'm sorry.
We got casual Rikk today.
Casual.
Disappointment. No disappointment. Just-
Casual Rick today, man.
I enjoy your boots and stuff.
But I wear them babies, though. Just let y'all know it ain't no front. I do wear them out.
I think it's funny when I see you in like all the chaps and leather, and then you've got like a cartoon Superman shirt on.
I love it.
It's the best.
How long did it take to shoot the video?
7 hours.
That's impressive.
And Yellow Wolf was the coolest, he is the coolest, most humblest motherfucker, man. Like this is when we first met. So now, I mean, it's a different thing. Now it's my dog. But when we first met, he came on set. First of all, he beat me on set. I'll let them finish it. I'll tell you all about it. I'll let it finish. But yeah, that's my guy. But 7 hours is what it took. We shot it in Nashville.
Nice. I was there the night you got your head tattooed.
Yeah,
I remember that.
yes, sir.
I remember
I need to get it touched up too, Fawn.
We'll get on it.
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
Can I have that job on the next video?
absolutely. You want the pastor? I got you.
I just once or whatever. I mean, it's your
Gotcha.
song. I just,
I got you. So yeah, back to what I was saying. It took 6 to 7 hours for us to shoot it. Me and my team traveled from Columbus to Nashville. The thing about it was, you know what I'm saying, all the coordination and everything, we'll get there. Wolf beat me on set. Number one, he was there before we got there. You know what I'm saying? Cool though, not tripping. Him and his manager. Shout out to my man Crow. You know what I'm saying? And was cool. Like, yo, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? What we doing? Boom, boom, boom. We already had everything set up. The next thing you know, people start pulling up. They had creek water, whiskey everywhere. You know what I mean? We smoking, they kicking it, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? He was like, we riding the 4-wheelers. It was awesome. And bro was just cool the whole time, no rush, no. And then by the time it was time to go, you know what I'm saying? He came to me personally, was like, yo, Rikk, you need anything else before I go? You know what I'm saying? Anything. I was like, nah, bro, we got more than enough footage. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, peace out. And that was it. And for the record, I'm gonna tell your son, when I first met the cat, he heard the original one. 3 days later, he was on a remix. A month later, we did the video. And to this day, he has not charged me one hot cent.
Damn.
That's awesome. A collaboration.
For nothing.
Talk about the love
Makes
of
it
music.
way
For the,
cooler.
and he told me,
Yeah.
I don't do shit if I don't like shit, period. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. That's why I don't charge for features, because I don't do features. If I like the song, honestly, then I'll hop on it. And I genuinely love the song. You know? And he did it. And he did a video. And that's my dog. And when I go to Nashville, I fuck with him. Slum American, they already know I'm all in the websites. I'm saying they put me in position. I do branding for them and shit like that. I do photo shoots for them and everything since that went down. So, you know, that's my family out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Real talk. And yeah, it's dope.
Again, that's what it's about. You fall into your network, you find your dude, you find your people, you
Hell yeah.
take care of you, you take care of them.
It's nothing but love, bro. Whenever I'm out there, I mean, the whole Nashville though. Shout out to Jelly and Struggle, and that whole Nashville connection is always been nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of my guy Jelly. Man, he's going crazy right now. Like he's doing arenas. Like it's
TikTok, first of all.
whoa.
His TikTok's out of control right now.
I made him a cheeseburger one time. He loved it.
They made friends.
Like,
Great.
it was amazing. He
Good
Tony
dude.
Rossetti used to tattoo him, and he came through.
Ben.
What?
Super good dude, man.
Can't hear you at all. Come on,
Super
Ben.
good dude.
Like zero
He,
Ben in the mic.
he came through the bar I used to work at. I used to run the kitchen, and there was a tattoo studio in the back that one of the guys ran. He got tattooed by him, and he came through and he was like, he's hungry. Just make him something. I'm like, okay. So I made him a giant ass cheeseburger and sent it back to him before I even met him. I hadn't seen him, nothing. Somebody ran the food to him. You know what I mean? He just walked through the kitchen, past everybody around the line, and was like,
Love that burger.
like the most sincere thank you of all times. Like, thank you. Like I needed that. That was amazing. And turned around and like, that's
Yeah.
my Jelly story.
Great dude, man. Nah, Jelly, I'm super proud of bro. Like I seen him, he was determined. You know what I'm saying? He never quit. He was active. He knew what he wanted. Like even when we was on tour with the rap tour shit, I recall, and he knows this. We ride in the car because sometimes he wouldn't even ride on the tour bus. He'd ride in his own rental, and he was singing country music. Then, and I used to look at him. I was like, "Man, you serious about this shit?" He's like, "Man, don't pay me no attention." You know what I'm saying? But he was really, I was hearing it in him. I'm like, "Damn, bro, gonna really." And then here you go. You know what I'm saying? And he just transitioned that shit into country and rock, and he's doing whatever the fuck he wants. He just hit the billboards for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope, man. So yeah, super proud of dude. Super proud of him. And that's all Fab Nashville, all families, always love.
I watched his Grand Ole Opry. That was just
Yeah, it's
just to
crazy.
be on that stage is insane.
Crazy,
Like,
bro.
to think where he started to where he's at now, that's the dream for a lot of people out there trying to do the hustle. So it's cool to see.
Yeah,
It's really cool to see. Start to finish. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Super good dude.
One of the things that you and I have talked about a lot over the years is like how similar but how different the music and tattoo industries and stuff are.
Absolutely.
And I think it's cool. Like when I met you, I loved what you were doing, but like as you've grown as a musician, as you've like gone to schooling and like you when you learn how much you didn't know, you know what I mean? Like as artists, as tattooers, we get smacked with that all the time. Like we
Absolutely.
I'm
learn
in that
over
right
and
now.
over again what we don't know.
Yeah.
But it's really cool, like as like a homie and a bystander, just to see how much your life has grown, but how
Yeah.
much your music and your art has grown.
I appreciate it. And I'm like, and speaking on such, like I really took a break, and people don't really understand like the music industry has changed 100%. So anybody that's chasing a record deal right now is an absolute idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like sincerely, I'm telling you this right now. Stop rapping, singing, dancing, whatever you're doing if you're chasing a record deal, because that's not the key. The key now is to be your own boss. There's resourceful areas out there for you to learn how to do your own distribution, for you to copyright your music. There's no excuse why you don't know how to be your own artist at this point. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
true because
That's
I sorry to interrupt, but
No, go ahead.
I got
ahead.
offered some deals too, but they just wanted to own the masters. And I'm like, how do you own something that's a part of me? You know, it's like,
Right.
so like you said, like independent is the only way to go. That, like you said, there's a lot of resources. I mean, I put out like 15 albums on my own with my band. You know, you got CD Baby and Spotify and
Yeah.
you know, like you said, the distribution, you get them manufactured on your own. You could do it all on your own. You just get the ASCAP BMI.
Absolutely.
And
Well,
if you like it, keep plugging away. It's a passion.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Absolutely. And like me and my guy here, Mafia, man, we like I've been talking to him and we've been settling down and we got a big project that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's called Rikk and Mafia, like Rick and Morty. And it's dope. Like I want to share the cover. Can I share the cover with y'all?
Yeah.
So
Instagram, and then Kyle will pull it up for us.
all right. And
Also, we have Renee joining us.
hi,
Hello.
Renee. How are you?
Hello, how's it going? I've just been listening to y'all for like the last 10 minutes and it's been great. But like,
We have fun.
yes. Well, like you're both right. Like with song and like with art and music, you have to be your own independent boss. In a sense, like even if you're working within a studio, like if you're not producing, if you're not thinking outside of the box, if you're like, if you're not being crafty, then your hustle becomes more expensive than what you're trying to make.
Yeah, you gotta have the passion for it because you're gonna be like throwing money at the studio, throwing money at distribution, throwing money at the artist, getting your logo, getting your pictures on and your like everything. It's a labor of love. And
absolutely.
And like you know,
think of how much money you save just like doing it yourself, you know, going on YouTube, going to school, like doing it yourself and figuring out all the little nuances than outsourcing everything. Because we're awesome young poor artists, right? You know,
starving artist is
we're all starving artists. We don't
and the key a lot of people don't know is the promotion and marketing. And that's where a lot of artists get stuck. They go to the studio, they lay great songs, they make great videos, and then they put it out there for their friends and their followers. You know, I mean, not being funny, I've done it too. My guy next to me, he's done it too. We all done it. So the key, what took me so long to really get back onto the music, because I know me being independent, I had to find a promotion and marketing, solid promotion and marketing plug. And I finally found it. That's legitimate. That, you know what I'm saying? I go through a major distribution company, especially with the Yellow Wolf song. So when I use the company to help promote the song, I seen the streams generate what they were supposed to generate. You know what I'm saying? And that made all the sense to me. And once I seen that, it's ball game. And I believed it, but you know, numbers don't lie. So now it's a different process because we have a direct plug to promote TikTok, direct plug to promote Facebook ads and IG ads and YouTube ads and Google ads, and everything is official. The company is reputable, and you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different ball game now, because now that's the key to a lot of this and where a lot of people are missing, because we don't know how to. It's billions of people out there, but how do we reach them legitimately? It's a lot of companies out here taking our money. I've done it for years, including World Star at one point. You know what I'm saying? They was charging ridiculous amount of money to be on the top of World Star.
Yeah, what, like 2,000 or 5,000 per feature?
Yes, bro. I did it.
I want to segue back to the tattoo industry. I just got this message from Gabe earlier today, and he has this. We don't have to play the whole video, but I wanted to just share this link for any tattooers that are following us and listening along today, because this is one of those things like Rikk is talking about, where like when you have the person behind you marketing you, or the company behind you marketing you and managing you, it makes your life more productive and less stressful at the same time. And I know Gabe has been working really hard on this, and I just wanted to just take a quick moment and share it while we're on a super similar topic. Good rabbit hole, Rikk. Perfect.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Do we forget the sound?
No, I think I heard it.
And are looking to save some time. And tattooers, studio owners, managers, I imagine these days you are more hectic than ever and are looking to save some time and communications, reducing the hassle to remove frictions and really to try to get a little balance into your life. For over 2 decades, my name is Gabe Ripley. I've helped
Hey, Gabe.
tattoo studios grow their perfect clientele. Now after going through some pretty tough times myself, I've started to teach businesses how to protect themselves and their people. I've done this through a variety of ways, but ultimately I've been consulting the studios.
Tattoo Collecting 101.
All around the world, helping put together various business and technology solutions for real people, for real tattooers and real tattoo companies. It's awesome. Really fun, thank you. Now, using computers to help studios has been my gig since the mid-90s. I am a computer geek here. And realistically, I have used all of the major web and commerce platforms and services, as well as having created one that actually has lasted for over 20 years, Tattoo Now. Now, since the studios reopened after the COVID closed down, they've been busier than ever and more hectic than before. And everyone I was working with was pretty busy before. So these are new challenges. We're not necessarily looking to bring in more work or anything, but I have been focused on solutions to help artists, studios, and managers with personalized automated systems and communications throughout their
personalized
businesses.
automated systems.
It's very cool stuff.
Yeah, it is super
sounds
cool.
a little bit too geeky. Let me know in the comments. Or even if the idea of personalized automated systems really starts sparking visions and you could all of a sudden imagine all sorts of things you could do, definitely let me know. It's pretty amazing. And it doesn't mean, again, being cold and impersonal and corporate, but it actually is like personalized communications. And as a programmer, I've helped use these computers and tools to drive, 8 figures, sometimes like 9 figures throughout the decades with all the different businesses. And seriously, these computers don't seem to be ready to let us down anytime soon. The tools that I was using to drive the multi-million-dollar studios 5 years ago.
Okay, I think that's enough of that.
And I'm pretty excited.
He keeps talking. He goes real in depth about the whole platform. It's totally still playing Kyle. It's totally still playing.
Kyle, taking you off the payroll. So taking you off the payroll.
But hey, it was off the video first, and that's
He
what
gave you a
matters,
raise
okay?
and took it back already.
I didn't even see the raise. What? I gotta see it to get it taken away.
I mean, fair. But it's really a cool thing that Gabe's working on, and it's just like what Rick's saying. It's like having a management company behind you to help push your work so that you can concentrate on making artwork. If you're spending all of your time trying to navigate your way through social media and through all the different distribution sources, if you're spending all your time doing that, how much time do you have really to make your art?
It's a daunting task.
Get you a Debbie.
Yeah. Now you gotta be multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to, and this is the thing I think that, as simple as it might sound, but I think this is like the problem with a lot of artists. They don't know how to stop being artists and then start being management. It's like some producers don't know how to stop being producers and start being artists. They're just so used, they're dope artists, but they just don't know how to turn it on and turn it off. And if you're just in artist mode, that's what you're going to get. When it comes to managing, though, it's just a different thing. You have to, okay, I got the songs done, I got everything set up. Now I have to find ways to promote and market. And that shit is not easy. And the team that I won into, they're out of Toronto. And, you know what I'm saying, I loved her story. She started off, you know what I'm saying, managing like Tory Lanez and over there. And you know what I'm saying, it's a whole backstory to what she's done. And it made sense, you know what I'm saying, when I done the, you know what I'm saying, the situation and merged joint venture with her company. So now it's like, you know what I mean? This is the shit you have to figure out, though, as artists, if you want to play that role. You know what I mean? I just don't trust people. It's like I done got shot so many times. It's hard.
Same, sir. Same.
You know, for real. Like, I'm gonna send you I done got so many times. I done got for like labels meetings and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, I know somebody that's gonna get you. You pay me $5,000. I'll take you up to Universal and meet such and such and such and such. Bro, I done gave them fucking $5,000. Got up to Universal. They done got me up the elevator, right? Get into the office. They don't even know who the fuck I am. Like, what you here for? Bro, yeah, man. Could you escort him out? You feel me? Like, oh yeah, I done got done like that before. I just ain't never talked about it. I done got done like that before in New York, bro.
Yeah, almost something like that, similar. They ain't tell me to leave that much.
Woo. And they told me, go ahead, exit. Like, what is you doing here? I'm like, well, shit, I got the pass. And well, who's you starting to meet with? You? Like, not me. I'm on my way out. So is you. I'm like, damn.
Oops.
I ain't gonna mention no names either. But then on the same token, though, you know what I'm saying? I got a Def Jam meeting on the same, it wasn't even kind of same thing, but it was more personal. Is the reason why it worked out. So yeah, the game is sharks everywhere. And for independent artists, now you got to not just navigate the industry, you got to navigate the sharks before you even get to the industry, man. It's like crossing a drawbridge, but you got to swim. You know what I'm
you
saying?
gotta be
Real
your own
shit.
security. You gotta
You
like
gotta
wear
do
all the
your own
hats.
security.
Yeah,
Everything.
plus your own security.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be
That's
wise.
why when people get some paper like, oh, yeah, I'd have done everything. You know what I mean? That's what you
Yeah.
got to do now. And that's what they're expecting. You know what I mean?
What?
So I like it though. I ain't
think-
gonna lie. I'd rather do it that way than get Michael Jackson or Prince or something. You feel me? Not being funny, but I'd rather control my own destiny, man. I don't want to. Fuck, that's too easy now. Seriously.
That's why I just go to work, in the morning and show up, clock
But
in.
not even just with
9 to
music.
5.
Yeah,
It's motherfuckers that's doing dumb
Just
shit on
stealing money from
YouTube and making millions of dollars because they're consistently doing dumb shit, whatever it is.
Dumbest shit in the world.
Like running in the grocery store and throwing up rice and then acting like they don't know what's, bro, but they're millionaires though, bro. You know what I'm saying? We laugh
People
at that
love dumb
dumbass
shit. People love dumb shit. It's like why
So
people
I'm
slow
just
down to
saying.
see a car accident. It's like
You feel me?
it's oh, I feel you. It's sad. It's irritating that I will like
So it's
spend
like,
hours on something and dedicate my life source to it. But then like, yeah, I don't know, some kid creates like ASMR videos with soap and then they're millionaires and you're like,
bro, it's crazy.
I always try to think
People are
like,
becoming millionaires on accident.
yeah, on accident. They don't even mean
On
to.
accident.
Yeah. They
Some of
didn't
them are the
mean
best way to be
to.
a millionaire in my mind. If somebody has that
It
formula
just
figured out,
happens,
would
yeah.
you send it to me?
Don't nobody have it. Because this is the thing. Like, even with y'all know
think it's a
everybody's
vibe.
on TikTok. People take shit out of TikTok, out of the songs, and that makes the song go, but it's some shit that we would have never even imagined they would have took out the song. It ain't even got nothing to do with the song. It could be a word, and they turn it into a whole challenge, and now the song is gone. Like 3 words out the song. It's a challenge now.
I do think it's funny the way that like now when you listen to like any radio station that's top 40, like all you hear
It's
is
TikTok song.
viral TikTok songs.
Bro, that's
like
it.
there's not anything coming out
Telling you,
otherwise. It's literally
I
just
don't
the
even know how to
viral
work
TikTok
TikTok.
songs.
You don't got no
I
work.
gotta figure out how to work that.
I don't listen to
motherfucker.
the radio.
TikTok is
Yeah, I don't-
is labor.
I don't know how to use it.
TikTok is labor, bro. Like if you want to go hard on TikTok, you got to do 6 to 10 fucking TikTok videos a day consistently, and it's got to be whatever's trending to get your shit going. I'm telling you, it consistent though.
Nope.
Like seriously
Yeah.
consistent.
Time for all that.
What?
Nope.
I got other talents I gotta polish. Like I'll occasionally post. I'll take some of my tattoos and put them on TikTok, but I mean like one a week. I think my last few posts were paintings. They weren't even tattoos.
Influencers 6 to 10, at least 6 to 10 a day, bro.
There are
I'm not trying to
18-year-olds
influence
going to
anybody,
LA just to do that.
just to become an influencer.
Yeah. They'll
Crazy.
all live in a giant house and do
But-
influencer stuff.
But what are you
guys
going
just
to
made me feel
influence
really
people
old.
to do? I don't know.
Buy products.
Yeah. It's I don't know, man. It's
Like,
weird out
how
here,
many
man.
people out there
That-
are like
that's
trying
what
to
it
be
goes.
influenced? I'm not looking to anybody to hop on any coattails or dick ride or clout chase. It's like,
Yeah, but that's
I
what
think,
all
well,
social
I don't know if I'm
media is.
speaking for all of
It's
us. but-
chasing that somebody else's viewpoint. Like
yeah,
it's,
we're all
it's,
doing our own shit. It's like, but like a lot of people are like, they're scared to put themselves out there. Their art, like their paintings, their songs. But like, if you're too scared about failure and people hating your shit, like it's not for you. You know what I mean? Like I
love that shit.
I put out
Share it
more
here in a
than like
second.
10 albums of like death metal and offensive like rock. And I'm like, if one person in 100 likes it, cool. But like I was
Fuck
authentic.
yeah.
I was authentic to myself, and I knew I was making music that's probably off-putting. A lot of people aren't going to get it. But if one person gets it, that's fine. But I'm not doing it. Like if you're a true artist, you do it from the heart. You don't worry about how other people are going to perceive your art before you even do your art. you do your art for you first, and whatever comes of it, you know, like nothing might come, something might. It's kind of like
Absolutely.
it's rolling the dice. It's exciting. It's a passion, and once it starts to become like not fun, and like then you gotta really wonder, like, do you have a day job so you could pursue your passion?
Yeah. Not real shit.
I was that kid. I'm gonna be the next Kurt Cobain. I'm gonna be dead at
Yeah.
27. I'm gonna be famous with my first hit song, and like, it doesn't really work that way. It's just
Yeah.
like, you know, it's kind of like, how many people are like so
hard.
I did that
talented
to somebody up here.
that
Yeah.
No,
did that.
Todd sent this to us.
like
Yeah,
the-
made what
Shenko,
I printed.
Sergey Shenko did this one.
That shit
Yeah.
crazy.
And I'm gonna tell you something that I did, because I was that discouraged as person that was just tired of music as a whole, bro, and it started getting so lame, and you know what I'm saying? It just was like discouraging. But what encouraged me and influenced me back was just the fact that I realized that I love doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I don't even care now. Let me lower my expectations to feel like, okay, even if I gotta do something else outside of music, if I can accumulate a little bit of money every month just from doing this shit, then I don't feel like it's a waste of time. And I know that that's easily and accomplishable. So I'm not trying to get a deal. I'm not trying to be the most famous person in the world anymore. I'm just trying not to make this a waste of time. I know I'm a good artist, so why not let some people hear it? You know what I'm saying? Invest in myself. I spend money on dumbass
Well,
shit. You
as
know,
long as
sorry
you're
to
invest in
interrupt.
myself.
Right,
once
but
you're
that's
doing it,
the whole goal is like to become known enough to where you can make money. So like people
Yeah.
who like will judge because like you're getting noticed for your art, and like people who will like try to put you down, be like, oh, you're just chasing that famous game, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's the
Heard
whole
that before.
point of being an artist and making money off of it.
well,
Like
Yeah.
if you're not known, then no one will pay money for your art. Like
Yeah.
or not what it's valued or not what it should be valued. Like sometimes that's the entire like algebraic equation for pricing art is who has owned it, who knows
Yeah.
of it. So if someone
Yeah.
doesn't know you, you know, like so we are kind of having to be forced to be famous and like utilize
Yeah.
social media the way it does and chase that number a little bit. And the incentive there is that companies are going to make money off of us.
you know what though?
But
On the flip side, I don't want the fame. I thought I did, but once I got a taste and my bank account was still at like 0, but then people
Exactly.
didn't recognize me. It's
Exactly.
like, it's kind of unnerving when someone like starts running towards you and they're sweating and they're like, dude, you're that singer. And you start doing like autograph signings, and your bank account still isn't swelling, and you
Yeah.
can't be on for people 7 days a week. If I'm in a bad
Yeah.
mood and you meet me on my off day, I don't want to be an asshole, but at the same time, I'm still like a private person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I have my bad days too. And once it like I started flirting with the fame and international Grammy nominations,
Yeah.
and starting to get like the momentum going, then I realized, you know what, like I'm actually selfish, because I don't think it's gonna blow up anyway. No one listens to death metal anymore. This isn't 1995. You know what I
I
mean?
say bullshit, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I listen.
yeah,
Yeah. It's the
I know, I'm
internet
like,
age, bro. It's
wait.
something out there for all of
And
us,
then
dog.
on top of it, so when I got my distribution sorted out, so I got like a couple thousand copies of every album, and then my artist that I commissioned for all of my covers for my CDs, like he ended up passing away. So like this was like my debut. So I commissioned him to do the painting, and so I just ended up.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Thank you. Like, so I just, I don't even do it for the money. I was sending whatever, like at Hell City, even I put up, a fundraiser for my guy's daughter, raised thousands of dollars. I donated originals. I did raffles. So it's like you buy a raffle to get an original, and I'll throw in the CDs. If you buy the CDs, all proceeds go to my friend's mom and his daughter. You know what I mean? So it's not even, for me, it's if I could rock out to my own music, that's good enough. Like if I'm hearing a song of my own and I skip it, I don't get any joy out of that. For me, it's if I could still listen to my songs that I wrote years ago and still get some enjoyment, satisfaction, then that's cool. Like, you know, maybe, you know, who knows what could happen. Things could, you know, change in the future. I might genre hop. I mean, 15 albums of death metal. What else? To me, it's not boring, but it's not challenging. I'm ready to think outside the box. You know, like if you're a musician, and you have the ability, the talent, the confidence, and all the formula, you can like look at Machine Gun Kelly. He went from rapping and punk rock, and it's like you could do whatever you want. You're the only one holding you back. If you want to do something, do it. Don't make, I can't do it because da 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 da. You can. You're just holding yourself back. You want to do it.
I say
make it happen.
Start an early 2000s cover band of the rap rock genre and just like bring Korn back and this and just charge like absorbent amount of monies because people my age now have money. And we can do the best like cover band of all times. And
I love new metal.
Instead of Limp Bizkit, can we call it Soggy Cracker?
It's already called Sweatpants Boner. It's been in the works for years.
There's Fred Wurst, and that's my best friend's Limp Bizkit cover band. And
see, like they
like
came
I'm
back.
so in.
People and they're out of PA. Like they're so good. Well, we're 95. We're all still alive, man. Like we're all still loving that music. You know, that's like
I'm just saying now's the time. If we're gonna seize the opportunity for a new metal cover band to hit the scene hard, I think we can.
Because we still can kind of go out to a show.
No, I'll make anything work. You know what I mean? Give me an hour. I think some homework.
Yeah, we're all still young. Like I think we'd be down for that.
No, we're not. No lie.
I'm getting more and more excited about this band idea the more that we talk about it.
I'm just saying, you willing.
I feel like the name of it might be Sweatpants Boner, but the logo is going to be a little turbo snail.
You can change the logo.
I just made a turbo snail.
Show it. Share it.
Kyle, get off my toes, bro. I got one lane.
You can't bring up your artwork and not be prepared to share it.
So I've been casually joking about starting tattoos, right?
Yeah.
Just doing snails. Just one snail. It's the only tattoo I do. Just the exclusive snail.
Exclusive snails. Are you part of the snail club? It's like the turtle club, but it's a snaily club.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've
I don't know about that, bub.
People would be in it.
I don't know about the snail club, bub. Snails are slow.
Snail with a little puff of smoke around it.
These snails are
called. That's a racing snail.
I thought my dog like
super fucking
hurt
awesome,
herself, and it turned out she just stepped on a slug the day before yesterday and was like,
"What do I do?"
Right click on ours.
Yes, S-Card go.
Never eat no motherfucking snail.
You get in $1 billion deal, and they say some S-Card go in front of you and say, "Hey, Mafia, try to my S-Card go."
You say, "Yep, thank you."
You're gonna be like, "Oh, this shit nasty," but
I'm gonna throw up everywhere.
Boom! Look at this guy.
Oh, he's cute.
That's fine.
That's so cute.
Yeah,
he's going so fast.
I tried caviar too. I don't like caviar.
The strain is what it really gets
Snails
me.
is all right.
It's like
reminds
he really
me of,
puts
like,
off of his little nubs there.
Star Wars. The Grouch from Sesame Street mixed with Star Wars turned into a snail.
It kind of does. I could see
Kind
that.
of does. The color palette.
Yeah, it looks.
he is missing the blunt in his mouth. Good point.
Yeah.
All right,
You do look hard,
like-
bro.
You look high as hell.
Kyle, I have
if
to
you
say
guys
this
check
actually.
Go ahead.
That's really amazing chrome.
That shit
Like-
hard for real. You drew that?
Slow
Thank you, I
clap
appreciate it.
on that
Yeah.
chrome.
It's hard.
Yeah,
Well,
no
you
good,
have a link.
good
You
desert
do logos
reflection.
and shit?
I'm open to it. Yeah.
For real? You like artwork for
What other stuff you got that you're
covers?
We're putting Kyle on.
You do album covers?
Putting the
I'll
intern
do
on the
whatever you
spot.
want.
Oh, hey, I sent that cover to
Oh, did it come through?
yeah, it's in there.
So if you look in there, there's also a picture of the slug I found in my basement last night.
Okay. Oh shit.
Look how cool it is.
Hey, this, so we're debuting. We debuting this cover. Nobody's seen this cover but y'all. Right? We haven't put it on there yet.
Have y'all seen Rick and Morty before?
Yeah.
He sent the album cover. He was talking about it earlier.
I do not see it.
Still no?
Is it on IG? Is it in the DM? Is in the DM?
On the Tattoo Collecting 101?
Yes, sir. Looking at it sent 19 minutes ago.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
See, Kyle. Jeez.
Come on, Kyle.
Are they gonna see it on the screen?
Yeah, it's gonna pop up.
He's gonna pop it up here in a second.
Yeah, this
Nice.
yeah.
It's
So this
just like Rick and Morty too, y'all. Like damn near identical. It's just me and bro on there. Feel me?
That's good.
yeah.
That's
Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Who did the artwork for you?
So shout out to 614 Artists on IG. She did it for us custom. And that's a painting. That's an oil painting. So she's going to get it digitized. We just took a good picture of it, but that's an oil painting. She did it from scratch. And it was after it was a Rick and Morty poster that was exactly like that. But we kind of took the idea and then made it us. And that's going to be the cover of our album. It's hard. Yeah, and that's us. So I'm the BBL. I'm a BBL doctor, and my guy right there, he the one to bring the bitches in and then get it done.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm Ricky, Dr. Ricky, make you thicky.
Like.
That's real shit. Yeah, so we got a whole little, you know what I'm saying? We got a thing coming up, the intro to the album. It's gonna be comedic, but you know what I'm saying, it's real though. It's fun. And it's ain't no shoot 'em up, bang, bang. It's all about money and smoking and broads. That's all we talk about is that pie. We love that pie. The pie, that's what we call it. So we don't have to be
Don't
rude
we
for
all?
females. It's pie.
I love that you have the little skits and stuff as the intros in some of your songs.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy, man. Me and bro been working hard. We've been in the studio working crazy for the last 2 months on it, and we accumulated some really, really good records, and it's good. My guy coming back, you know what I'm saying, bro? I've been gone for a minute, but bro been gone for a minute too, so we got some really good music coming, man. It's gonna be good for the city. It's gonna be good for the world. It's gonna be good for the girls. You know what I'm saying? The first single is crazy. We're about to shoot a video to the first single. It's gonna be a pool party, slumber party.
BBLs everywhere.
BBLs. It's gonna be crazy.
I like the Portuguese.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Pie extravaganza.
Everybody got them.
Yeah. But it's all, you know what I'm saying, it's all business. We doing it for it because the song is so crazy that we're doing it for TikTok. So we know that the girls is gonna gravitate towards when they see the video, they're gonna take their own and do their own with it. So
You guys gonna have a dance?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna have a challenge.
Nice.
Yeah, they're gonna make it up. We're gonna let them make it up, but it's gonna be crazy.
What are you gonna call the dance?
We was thinking about calling it the mirror challenge. And if you hear the song, you would know why. Because the first words is, look in the mirror, tell me what you see. That's the first words. So that's what we're thinking about. But you got to just hear. It's really catchy. It's really friendly. It's radio ready. It's friendly. Yeah, it's pie friendly.
We just
It's got to be.
we
If
think
it's,
so hard on it, man. We just went in the booth and saying shit.
Yeah.
We don't want to be too lyrical.
Yeah, it wasn't even about that.
We were just like, fuck it, we're gonna make a fun song. And that motherfucker came out fun.
Crazy. Everybody hear it.
For real.
So it's good for the pie, man.
When you're recording and stuff, do most of your songs just like happen, or like is it more processy for you?
Nah, now, I mean, go ahead.
Well, mine just happened for real. Like, I gotta feel the beat and I be smoking and shit. And I don't really write music no more. I just freestyle that shit. So I punch in like da-da-da-da, then I stop. I think of some shit. Then I go back in. Then I finish my song probably like really a couple of days where I go back and forth. I don't just work on one song for hours. I'll do this song for an hour. I bounce this one 30 minutes, bounce to that one. So I probably get like 4 or 5 songs done in a week.
It probably keeps each song like a little bit fresher on your brain to do it that way, doesn't it? Like you'll hear something different when you're working on another song, and then it's like, oh, I gotta take this over to that. Because I do that with paintings. Like I'll be doing things like, oh, I need to do this over here, or like, oh, I need to glaze this piece of this. What I just did.
Does it turn into just listening to the same song over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and shit? Yeah.
Even the best song, I can only listen to about 3 or 4, 17 times in a row.
Of course, there's been plenty of songs that I ruined for myself because I listened to it too much.
Yeah, well, and that's probably a good way to like second guess yourself too. Like have something that is just fire,
Yeah.
and then you hear it so many times that you second guess the magic out
You
of
annoy
it.
yourself.
Shout out to my guy Stacks in the building. Run tell that family, man. It's my fam right there, bro. Run tell that. Y'all tap into that. Dope. He got something coming up for the music videos too, man. We're gonna talk some business about that where you artists can send your music videos in. So shout out to my guy. He ended up doing some film work with us. I didn't want to forget about him.
Yeah, he's behind the camera. Put your face on camera for a second.
My guy Stacks. You already know the beard. The beard might be blue, it might be green, might be pink. It's my guy right there. If y'all see him, that's fam. Yeah.
He's been in the background taking photos of us and like checking out the whole space. And
Shrinking my
So yeah.
corneas.
So y'all look out for that, man. Rikk and Mafia is coming. It's going to be nice. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a delightful dish for pie.
that's
Sure.
delightful.
You have to remind us where we can all find it at the end of the show.
Okay. Well, I can tell you right now, it's gonna be every platform you want. If you got Spotify, if you play video games, wherever you want, it's going to be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We're going through major distribution for this. So it's going to be legit. You know, when the video is going to be ready at the same time. So we drop the song, the video is going to drop the same day. And for you guys that likes a little extra, we're going to be having a behind the scenes on OnlyFans. So you know what I'm saying? For people that want to
serious about that shit?
yeah, I'm dead ass serious. Because y'all want to, I mean, honestly, bro, it's time to entertain, and this is what they want.
Yes.
I'd rather pull out pie than guns. You feel me? It's gonna change the party.
Yeah.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Weed and pie, you can't go wrong. And that's where we're at with it right now.
Can we make shirts that say that?
Weed and pie.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with weed and
That
pie.
That's almost a hook.
And you should just have like a weed plant and then a big ass slice of blueberry pie with like dripping.
Yep.
It's dripping, but that's the leaf.
Yeah. Weed and pie. That's a killer combo.
That's almost a hook.
Oh, so look, I done said too much. Somebody hit my damn DM like, baby, what is you talking about? Weed? What pie you talking about?
Before we get to the end of the episode,
What
the,
pie?
the two of these guys are gonna have a whole 3 tracks. Hang tight.
He said, I didn't shoot a ring.
Nah, but yeah, what else, man? What else we got going on, man? What else doing?
Kyle, show us your painting.
Yeah, you wanted me
Yeah, Cal. Let's see your painting, Cal. Wow,
Building
that's hard.
fantastic.
What is that?
It's this painting that Kyle's been working on. He was like concentrating on the glow that he was making in the middle.
Yeah, that's hard.
This has been kind of cool to like, as this has been sitting down here in like our break area over the past, couple weeks,
Yeah.
watching it evolve.
Yeah, that should just change your perspective.
Yeah,
Like
watching
some
those
alien
rays come
shit.
to life.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
absolutely.
Spaceship type.
Like no matter how you look at it, feel like you're looking up.
Yeah.
What kind of high shit is
Yeah.
that, Kyle?
I mean, that's a fantastic way to look at it. 'Cause
I
you
almost
imagine
see
if
it
you were,
looking
like,
down.
Well,
Do
the
you?
way he just said it, I didn't see it that way, but now I could imagine if like you were laying underneath like roots and old like mangrove branches and stuff, and you were like looking up and through like a
Yeah.
cave in the wood branches.
That's what
and
it looked
that
like to
light was
me.
coming down,
That's what it looked like to me.
like twisty, knotty pieces
Yes.
of.
Forgot about that battle axe in there.
It does kind of look like a battle axe still, I think.
I see it though. It's starting to point out there.
I'm seeing
Oh,
like
I'm
a
high as hell,
rhubarb
man.
pie
I
under.
feel like I'm getting
Yeah.
higher looking at this shit.
What's the
Yeah, I'm
video?
looking at what the fuck? What could it be?
It's like an eye of Sauron or rhubarb pie under
Bro,
the.
so, hold up.
Why'd you have to bring up rhubarb?
I know I'm about to open up a can of fucking worms, man, but I have to at this point because we're high and we're talking about shit like this. Did y'all see the fucking picture of the billions of fucking galaxies, bro?
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck? What the fuck
Yeah.
is
Oh my
that?
God.
What does that
I was
mean?
watching a video, someone talking
That
about
shit
it,
is
and they're like
nuts.
bending around it because it's like a natural telescope that's being made. And so all that like bent galaxies you see is just space-time distorting it. That's actually like millions and millions of years out. That's like some of the first galaxies, apparently.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Some of the first.
Listen to that number. Billion of not planets, fucking billions of galaxies.
And we're still ignorant enough to think that this is the only place.
You guys.
I'm not. I
That-
believe in
that
all the
thing is
aliens.
If we don't believe in extraterrestrial right now,
It's
bro,
very nice.
what the fuck are you? Billions of galaxies. When I said that, that fucked me up. I said billions of galaxies.
See that
bro.
picture? That's just a grain of sand in the sky.
Yep. That's just one.
That's scary.
Yeah.
But I want to know, is it infinity? Is it forever? Or is there like a grid where it's like, all right, this is the end? Like, I don't
We'll
think
never
there's
know.
an end to it.
He said they just saw the
We'll
first
never know.
galaxies. I would
Some of
believe
the
that would be
first.
the beginning.
But they don't know that's the first galaxy. How would they?
Well, I
That's
guess
what
you
that's
know
what they're saying. But you know,
Yeah, how would
I'm
they?
not a
Because the
scientist.
shit only goes so
Can
far.
they carbon date
That
that?
shit go infinity.
They carbon
Be
date
honest.
That scared me. I don't even like thinking about that shit. It's too big.
How need we?
Yeah, because if that's a
Science.
grain of sand, then what are we?
I love UFOs and spaceship. I watch that shit every night.
And then
All
that
night.
turtle
That
project.
shit hard.
think it's funny because that's literally what I'm working on right now is my space stuff.
How
And
funny.
I love it. I get so excited. I mean,
That shit like airbrush.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you did a great job with it.
Aw.
That's airbrush or what?
So
It's
what
digital.
are
oh,
these
that's
assignments for?
sweet.
For the thing that I'm doing with Guy Atchison, the Reinventing the Tattoo evolution, going through the canon on a
love that.
weekly basis, breaking it down topic by topic.
Tell us about it, Kyle.
It just did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, he could dive into each topic more, but then that's giving away all the knowledge for free.
Kyle, you can see shit over there.
Make the people want to check it
I
out.
got a couple little pieces over here, bro.
I'll let it happen. You're officially better than me.
Thank you.
I'll say it out loud.
Now, when are you going to
I
start
don't know
that
when-
snail?
Shh. My snail's out of this.
You should. Ben, we should give you a homework assignment.
I'm
You
not-
should make a snail for next week.
Yeah.
I'll give you a Post-it note.
Oh, sure.
I'll give you a 3 of them.
Get started
commitment
right
to-
now.
My commitment to the snail project is pretty low, guys.
There's
I-
even a eraser left on that.
There is a
pencil.
eraser.
Even eraser left. What are you saying? You think my snail won't be good enough?
I know. I'm
If
just
you
letting you
need-
know there are all of the appropriate tools.
I've got a
Oh.
pencil sharpener. If you want that
I
too.
got a snail lesson and I've been studying.
Yeah, you've got pals that can draw that can like show you how to draw a snail. You know, you got
Show us
pals
how to
and
draw a
stuff.
snail.
We're only here for another hour at least. Oh.
Show us how to draw a snail.
Okay, you want me to like Blue's Clues it?
Yeah.
So
We
it's
just
snail.
figured
You
out
do
Blue's Clues.
like a Mr.
Can I
Hank
do
goes
that?
sideways
This
and
is
you
snail.
put a shell on it, right?
I can't even like. Oh, I don't know how to turn my phone around on this thing. But like, oh yeah. Then hello, we just have. Like, can you see it?
Fantastic. This is
There you
the
go.
best production quality
Oh.
we've ever experienced.
Hey
Love
everybody!
it.
Today we have a nice swirl. Oh, and then 2 little eyes. Ooh, and he's got a nice long neck. I'm trying to Steve it, but I'm just doing a terrible job. And then
I mean, I don't want to
he's
be
like a-
critical, but I think your
Look,
snail is wearing his shell backwards.
I was trying to teach a child how to draw a snail.
It's an artistic choice, okay?
Okay.
He's trying to be different.
Backward
okay?
snail, backward snail.
Wait, so the stream goes the
Backwards
other way?
snail, back. Yeah, no fun's accurate. Here, wait.
Oh,
Why are you
let me show
trying to
a real
ruin my
snail.
snail career? I haven't even started yet.
I mean, if
This is
Chad
the
My first
got
snail
cutthroat
lesson,
industry of
You,
Reverse
you got me
snail.
going
Just
backwards.
trying to make sure you're paying attention.
I'm already dyslexic.
This
I don't need a
industry
backward
is
snail in
tough.
my life.
Okay.
It is tough. I don't want to hear it. I'm
If you
soft.
can't snail, what are you even doing?
Oh, it's still smoking.
Me too. My eyes feel like marbles.
You relit it. Can we just be honest
There's
with each other?
there's
What's
no
up?
pressure to keep up. Like
Oh, I'm done. Yeah,
we are a
shit.
pressure-free group of friends.
I like to smoke and
Like,
talk.
I'm gonna
though.
quit
I
smoking.
like
If
to
I gotta
consider
quit, I'm
this
gonna
a
quit.
safe space.
Yeah, but I get high. Quit.
I like to smoke and
And
talk.
I'm allergic to this shit. I
You-
don't want to start
you is.
sneezing on camera. I had to back up for a minute. Because I be sneezing like a mother, yeah, bro.
Smoking like
I
a freight
smell it
train.
and be sneezing. You be seeing me do that shit?
We going through it.
Huh? Yeah, bro. I be
Ben.
fucked up.
Wow.
I'm surprised
Somebody
that-
got tattooed recently.
I did
Sneezing
get
like a
tattooed
mother.
recently.
How's it healing?
Amazingly.
I worked on Ben on, was it Monday?
Monday.
Monday I worked on Ben.
Get done.
Is it healed
Uh,
already?
It's 98% healed.
So you
like
mean
it-
when I tell people they're usually good to go swimming
You hit
after
it.
5 days, I'm not telling them
You hit that
stories?
motherfucker.
Yeah, like
My fault, bro. I
it's good.
apologize.
5 days, fine.
You
really?
confidently getting a yak right now?
Hey, you finished that off. My apologies. I forgot you, blow.
I get the act for sure.
Yeah,
Nice.
we work
That
something
makes
else.
me
I
feel
got shell
good.
too, bro. I got a back. Some
Yeah, no,
some
it's
ganja right
good.
here too.
I haven't,
Is it what?
I haven't had a tattoo heal this smooth this quickly in a long time.
Nice.
Pass that along so you can roll.
It is past the lettuce around.
I don't know if there's any more in my container, but you can have
See
it.
a little
Okay,
bit.
bro, got some little bit too. Man.
There's a touch in
my
here.
bag.
Look at this. Teamwork makes the
That'll fit
dream
that
work.
bag in.
It's not a ton. It's just enough to fill it out.
Boy.
What do you need?
My bag. I don't know what I did with it. I'm too late now.
That's what we do right here. That's why I got Red Bulls. Everybody laughing like, no, get
Give me that
four.
bag.
So
I'll sit that shit.
I had one before you.
Pie,
I
pie.
did too. This is full of it. I just dumped another one in it.
Renee, can we get you to turn your camera sideways, please?
Oh yes.
Come on,
I'm
Renee.
like,
Thank you.
I'm trying to simplify a snail tutorial real quick.
Kill it. Dude,
Now,
kill it.
Kill it.
Is the
Kill it.
shell following the Fibonacci?
Yes. And the shell goes into the body and out in the loopy do. So here we go. There we go.
Boom.
Simplified
Yes.
Take
snail.
two.
Nailed it.
Boom. Yeah. Sketching.
Damn.
Nailed it.
She in your
I
ass.
like what I see what you did there.
The eyes
You got like a
kind of
little
remind me of,
spiral.
She's in your.
the hermit
I think
crab.
that's what you need to add to your snail tattoos. Like they'll be
Snailed
this big, but underneath it's gonna be snailed it.
That's hard.
Now I have to do lettering eventually.
Branding.
Boom.
Nice,
Be
like,
like
barber
peanuts
shop
lettering.
That was
That's
a
real
good one.
easy.
That one was real quick and smashy.
Yeah, just do
I
some
don't-
peanuts
I
lettering.
don't know if I want to. That's too much.
It's easy.
The beauty is in the
Snailed it.
simplicity.
Well, fair.
Part of it is the phrase, though.
Maybe
can't do
my
script.
Instagram handle can be snailed it.
You're the Snailed It
Nailed
Club.
it.
Registered
Oh, yeah,
trademark for
it's-
Ben Thomas snailed it.
Yeah,
Somebody
but
gets
you gotta
snagged
do
that
it
up.
right now. You get this game is hard.
Hashtag
I'm not
snailed
that
it.
popular. No one's gonna
Buy the
see me.
Nailed
buy the
it.
website domain.
It's probably already gone.
Right now, just this moment.
Todd's
already
looking it
got
up for me
snagged up.
already.
Yeah, I'm like on my phone already. Just
I'm playing poker.
Oh.
We should have known. We should have known.
Who to guess? Who to guess?
Have you had any big tournaments or anything lately, Todd?
For $4,000, you can
Not
get it.
since
I can
Vegas.
only buy it for $4,000.
Wait, oh yeah, I did. I played one a couple of weeks ago
Or
and played
co
like
for
shit.
$2.
You didn't play. I thought you played one last night, or no?
No,
Could be wrong.
no, I was watching the World Series last night.
Oh, okay. I thought
The
you
final table. Well, they played till 10, man, down to
What
10.
about? Didn't you play a tournament Saturday? I think the Bravo tournament. Yeah, you
Oh,
did, didn't you play one just on Saturday? Oh man, but yeah, like that's one thing. If the tattoos didn't like take first place, then who knows? You know, if I had tried playing cash games, poker tournaments first, then maybe, you know, I'd have a couple $1 million to get tattooed now. But for me, the tattoos were more important than gambling. You know, it's like, you know,
You gotta have money to win money in gambling. That's my only problem.
Yeah.
You gotta start with money, and like no.
You guys play poker?
Hell no. He probably.
I do.
Sure, I mean,
I knew he played.
you know,
Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, scared money don't make money. If you're going to the casino,
no, it don't.
you rent money, you're not going to be
I fuck with that
playing.
roulette though. That's my main shit is that roulette though.
Oh, that's carnival games, man.
I love the
I
roulette.
play blackjack.
Yeah, I'm a blackjack kind of
That's it, but shit, I ain't really a big gambler in that casino shit. I always lose when I walk in there.
Roulette is cold, man.
Always lose, man.
It's 35 to 1 odds, man.
You know my favorite place to go in Vegas for games? I think Ben's gonna
Penny
agree.
slots at Circus Circus.
No.
Oh damn.
The pinball museum.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's-
already know how
Oh,
much you're
yeah,
gonna
that
lose when
place
you
is
walk in.
sick.
That is true. A quarter game.
Yeah. Fair. Easy.
Quarter?
Sometimes 50 cents.
It's been
Some
so
of them are
long
more.
that since I've been to Vegas. The last time I was there, the pinball museum had the exhibit still set up at the Riviera, which doesn't even fucking exist anymore. And so the original setup was in the lobby down at the Riv, and I played all of them there for a quarter before it was at the museum.
It's like this huge warehouse
they
now.
moved
It's
it all there.
fantastic. It's just like aisle after aisle after aisle of pinball machines from all eras.
I
Some
am
of them
willing
are
to
so
suffer through
particular and
Vegas
peculiar.
to go do that.
Yeah, Todd and I went last summer, and it was amazing.
The pinball museum.
thing.
Yeah, it was so.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that place.
I'd love
If
to
we're
go.
ever out in
Oh,
Vegas
we're
together,
going.
like all of this crew, I feel like that would be the most fun way to spend our day together, like getting baked outside and then going in and playing a whole bunch of
I
pinball
had to
and
be on
going and getting
shrooms or
baked some
something,
more.
man.
I mean, You know, if I was with the right group of
Shrooms in
people to
public.
babysit me, maybe.
I love it. I love hallucinogenics in public.
Yeah, there's like a meow wolf there. Because I went with
Sometimes
that
it's a
girl
movie.
group a while ago, and we all did mushrooms. Went to meow wolf and just like touched stuff for like 3 hours, and then I ate food, and it
Yes.
was fucking dope. You know,
Yes,
like
bro.
Vegas is good for that because you can just like look one of the workers dead in the eyes. They're like, "Hey, we're all tripping. Just make it easy." And they're like, "Okay." Like, they're like, yeah.
We got you.
I just
Yeah,
I
we
just
got
need a group that I'm willing to trip in public with.
Man,
Well,
I
first of all, you
love
need a
tripping in
group that you're
public.
willing to
man.
trip with.
Period.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a hard.
Yeah,
that's when you want to
This is a
trip
small
with.
group.
And
What
everyone
trip
has
mean,
to
man?
be
What does
doing
that
it.
mean?
Hey, stranger,
Trip
want
when
to
you
eat
take
acid?
you
Yeah,
take
I've walked
acid,
the strip
shrooms,
tripping.
LSD, shrooms, nigga. Shrooms. Shrooms
Yeah,
is the
shrooms are
easy one.
easy. Yeah, she's
That's the
oh,
What
easy
do you mean
one.
by easy?
jinx.
What do you mean easy?
Like
How's it easy?
Not
as
the
far as
taste,
as far as
but
your experience, nigga,
yeah.
because you
You
go
can
straight to the
capsulize
LSD
it.
with some acid,
I'm
you
scared of
fucking
my heart beating fast. Like,
jump off the
I'm like, oh,
motherfucker.
shit. What is going on? I'm scared of that.
Nah,
Yeah, easy is like a
shrooms.
nice walkabout. Like go to the
Yeah,
park, take a nice walk,
yeah.
breathe the air, you know, go sunning,
That's
as
they
they say.
cool, bro. I
done
wouldn't
got too
tell you
high
no
off
lie,
weed
man.
before and I freaked out.
But you
I
didn't.
like
But
to
you
do
didn't
some
fuck with.
weird
You didn't fuck with the. You didn't fuck with baby girl though. So you ain't trip out.
What? Molly Molly?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
Molly
Totally
Molly.
different.
Listen,
it is. But
I did a tad bit of Molly, man, a little bit. I mean,
do
I
you do a
just
little bit
Same,
of shroom?
same, but different.
real
I love the
open.
clarification.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
any of us give a shit.
I mean, I've
I
done a
just
lot of
maybe-
Molly.
Maybe it was just.
I'm just saying.
I was open to that.
I just do a little bit of shroom. Shrooms is cool though.
I
It's like
think,
the starter hallucinogenic.
Yeah, it's
and
the
you don't have
most
to
beginner.
come
pleasant.
down from Molly too. You're like
It's
I mean,
fun. Man.
nicer.
Those are fun drugs, bro.
To be honest, I'm a
Fun
bigger fan of
drugs.
PMA. It's faster. It's quicker. It's,
See,
it's
see,
4 hours
that's
and
what I'm
you're
saying.
done.
I ain't
So-
fucking with bro because I don't know the what's that.
It's a micro dose of something very, very, very similar to Molly. So whereas in Molly you take almost like a half a
You said
capsule or something like that. It's
MDMA?
called PMA.
Oh
So
shit!
it's the same thing as Molly. It's just a faster version of it. It's about a 4-hour ride instead of an 8 or a 10-hour ride, depending on how much you take. And it's more
Wow.
instant. So you take it, you step into it, you're there, you're enjoying the peak of it, you walk out of it, you're done. The same chemist that originally made Molly, PMA is like his second version. And it is, since it is a microdose, you need very, very little of it. It's dirt cheap in comparison.
When we get where do we?
But
we'll
there are
talk.
camera running.
We'll talk
And that's
offline.
all. That's it. That's what you
Okay,
get.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I
We
wanted
have a
something for
plan.
myself. I didn't say
No,
I
no,
was
we'll
gonna
figure it
buy it
out.
to distribute to the world.
I am in no way.
You can give it to me. I don't gotta
affiliated
buy it.
with any. No. Yeah.
No, it's cool. Damn, that's crazy. You learn something.
Now
new every day.
my favorite's the
Nuts, Chuck.
DMT, and just like being a happy little otter and a little like netted
fire.
little yeah, bye.
I was really afraid
you know?
of DMT, but once I experienced it, I
Mhm.
really enjoy it.
It was
lot.
a cocoon of
It's,
awesomeness.
yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
those things that I have only experienced a few times, and I feel like I'm going to continue experiencing it on very rare occasions, but I get so much out of it. Like
What
I
is
connect
DMT?
connect so many dots, and it's almost like it deepens my understanding of the universe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I
Yeah,
haven't
it-
even had
it
like
helped
a
with my
mega breakthrough.
anxiety. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, my first one, mega breakthrough. And it brought me like a great deal of peace, you know?
Nice.
And yeah. And I was like, oh, cool. Oh,
So
okay.
I done heard
This is
different
positive.
stories.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry.
there's a lot of I think there's different levels, you know,
Mhm.
like how you hold it in, how you release it, what's your environment like. I think all of that kind of like
Yeah, I'm
affects
scared
it
of that
because it
shit.
makes you go into your own little world, but you're not, you're somewhere else, and it's like you're experiencing it, you know, other than you're feeling it. Like I always get a
Right.
little sick, you know, if I like do drugs. I don't know, I get just kind of nauseous, I get vertigo-y, you know. But
With
DMT was
DMT
literally like,
also or not?
no, not at all. Like totally fine. And then when
Zero
I came
recovery,
to,
right?
yeah, zero. I just felt good and kind of sleepy, like, huh, cool. And then I like, you know, I ate some pineapple, just happy, like happy as could be, and just thought about what I just went through. And then I started painting it immediately because it was so clear. It wasn't like a body experience. It was more of like a
Mhm.
full mind travel experience. And I could see it with like my mind's eye, you know? So that was something completely different. And I was really terrified of it too, Fawn, for a long ass time. Like how people described it to me was so fucking intense that
Yeah,
I was like,
I felt like I was kind of scared of it because of some of the experiences from other people I heard about. So there's this
Right.
tattoo artist that I worked with, and he really enjoyed going to festivals and like really expanding his mind in all different directions. Can we just say that? Is that a polite way to say things?
Yeah, that's
So
yeah.
one thing that I realized like after I started like trying some of these psychedelics was that I don't know what kind of demons he was chasing or running away from. And then also, like, I can't imagine how many different things he must have mixed. Like, anytime I've experienced
Oh.
anything like this, like, obviously, I'm always smoking weed. But, like, outside of that, it was just one. Like, if I'm doing mushrooms, I'm just doing mushrooms. I'm just doing that one dose of mushrooms. If I'm doing LSD, I just do that one dose of LSD. Like, I'm not combining and smoking and combining and
Candy
combining.
flipping or
You know what I
hippie
mean? Like,
flipping.
yeah, I'm not so in doing so, I feel like I try to be very mindful when I'm about to take a psychedelic. Like I try to like prepare the circumstances so that it can just be a day with zero responsibilities. Usually I have somebody like totally sober to be my like babysitter and safety safe. Like, you know, in case you do have like wander down the anxiety rabbit hole or you start losing touch, you can just like look over at your homie and be like, nope, we're on a spiritual tether right now and nobody can run off with me. I can't fall off of this cliff that's not there. Like all the things. So you just have that like thing to touch base with. But I've always
Safe
tried
space.
to ensure that I can get like the knowledge or the understanding, or you know how sometimes you'll take mushrooms because you're trying to work out something within you or you know and around you or whatever it is. So as I'm preparing to do these things, I try to make all the circumstances the best. And then I try to be very mindful and like almost meditative as I am consuming whatever it is that I'm consuming and however I'm consuming it. And I think that that really has a lot to do with why and how my experiences have been so much different from other people who have had like several bad trips or, you know, like
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't know. I think there's a lot of intention involved.
If you
What's
don't,
that,
I
Chuck?
think
Somebody
so
smoking, you
too.
just
if
pass
you
in
don't,
the blood.
if you don't respect,
No,
Yeah.
it's it.
you don't
No,
respect,
it went down. I just passed it
they're
anyway.
not gonna respect you
Go back
back.
to
You
me,
know?
fast and fast.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like for me, I have to be outside. If I'm gonna be doing shrooms, it's from nature. I have to be in nature. And like I had some like friends that were giving me a hard time. I was like alone in my apartment one day and they're like, do it, do it, do it. And I'm like, shut up. So I ate an eighth and I had like the worst trip ever. I was staring at the wall. I mean, I was
Yeah,
entertained.
nothing like forced drugs to make your trip a great
Yeah.
time.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
start
you're-
that
Yeah,
off
that
on the
sucks.
right foot.
For me, if I'm on mushrooms, anything will entertain me. The wall, the rug, everything starts to like move and breathe, whatever you call it. Like I don't see things that aren't there, but what I see takes on a life of its own. So
Right, trees are way better than curtains.
yeah,
Mhm.
so no, it was the worst. I was like, I hate this. I just want it to be over already. And I was like, see, this is why I just do it in nature. Like you gotta
Yep.
you gotta respect the chemicals because
One of the things I love about doing playing with chemistry in nature, whichever hallucinogen we're talking about. You guys hear me get excited about color and you hear me talk about color all the time, but like when it just starts to kick in and you look up at the sky and you realize the sky is bluer than any blue you've ever
Yeah.
experienced. And the yellows bouncing off the trees are the warmest yellows filled with the most love that you've ever experienced. You know what I mean? Like when you're in nature, you start
Say with the love.
yeah, you start like seeing these things that are around you all the
That's good.
time and you start connecting dots. You start seeing what things are like, how things communicate with one another. And you start seeing like, if you just sit back and look at a field of trees, you'll watch how the whole field moves together and you'll see the rhythm that everything has all at once, where not on hallucinogens, you don't even notice that. You don't even appreciate the magic of the music around you when you're in the forest. But when you're on almost any kind of psychedelic, all of a sudden the music the forest just turns into music. Like the bird calls have their own rhythm, and they're a call and answer, and they have, you know, they have a rhythm as the wind changes, and then as the wind changes, there's a bass that rolls in, and then all the while you're experiencing the brightest colors and the most vibrant version of life.
If
I
I
don't know.
ever have an autobiography made, you narrate it.
I mean,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But her
Somebody
description
else.
is so accurate.
Yeah,
though.
like,
It's so fucking
just-
accurate though. This how
Got that right.
that's my experience in the woods was just like that off of fucking LSD.
It's like
Same
you'll
thing.
just stand there. Like for me, I like waterfalls. If you guys pay attention to the show, you know, I talk about waterfalls all the time. But when you stand at the bottom of a waterfall and you're experiencing like the synchronicity and the music and the bright colors, and then all of a sudden you feel like overwhelmed with that like wave of positive ions that just like charges off of that moving water.
Mhm.
I just love it. I feel like my body breathes differently. Like my body even takes in the air differently. And I feel like I almost absorb the sunshine differently. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
You know,
I barely ever do hallucinogens. It's rare.
I
It's
love
really rare.
I love
well, I
it.
mean, all of those
Especially
so
doing
much.
music.
we also produce all that stuff naturally ourselves as well. And
Mhm.
I've come close to it just from hiking for a long time, being in the
from
environment
what?
for a really
Mhm.
long time. I started picking up on it, but I realized that one, my body was in like fight or flight, and I was exhausted and a little starved, you know, of normal food, and like so my senses were just like amped, and I was like, oh, I was sober because I was international, so like no drugs, no weed, nothing for anything for a while. But I feel like, yeah, that's like how we should like be in touch. But
Mhm.
I mean, that's why, I don't know, the visual grace that artists get to see when they're on hallucinogenics, like it's pretty rad. It's I didn't do stuff for a really long time, even when I started painting, like really, really textured kind of psychedelic work. And I did a lot of my hallucinogenics older in life. So for me, it was kind of like, oh, like it just kind of, yeah, it connected the dots of,
Mhm.
I don't know, my brain was already ready and primed for it. And then I just felt like I was kind of landing in this nice, like, area, like this little fairyland, but I just like opened a shutter up to, you know?
You know what I always
Like,
want to do, and I usually resist the urge because like I'm constantly like I'm mentally in like this child state, but I have to remind myself that I'm a grown up. I do this sober too. I have to remind myself I'm a grown up. But like I just have this uncontrollable urge to just roll down a hill. Like I just want to roll down a hill, like grass and clover and all the soft things. And you know, like when you were a little kid and you just like barrel roll down a hill and you'd get all up and you'd be all covered in dirt and grass and like twigs in your hair. And
Yeah, it feels good.
that's what I want to do all the time when I'm on any kind of psychedelic.
You
That's
don't
just
care
like,
about the
I
bugs
just,
biting you. Like,
That's
and
not
another
crazy.
another good thing I found that I
Hold
didn't
on, that
realize
motherfucker.
about psychedelics, well, for me anyway, is that I don't feel sunburns. So I mean, it's not good for the tattoos, obviously, but like I would just be frying in the sun, and I would just be like happy and feeling good, and like looking up. I can't appreciate the sky the same. Like if you're on acid, you can see the highway in the sky with the stars and everything, how it's all connected. For me, it's like Mike Cole, that tattoo artist, how he has like the glyphs and everything, how it's like structured. Like that's how I see the sky now. It's the same way we have like our own, you know, I-95, and how there are these like veins across America, like that we drive on. I feel like the outer space
Like,
it
dude, that
has
respond about that beat?
has a connectivity like that, but instead of like a road, it's more of like a synapse firing kind of.
oh, I feel you.
I distinctly remember the age that I started seeing that stuff in the sky. And I was so young when I started, like, if I would just like space out into a blue sky, I started seeing the colors dancing. And I was 4. It was on my like grandmother's horse farm the first time that I remember that happening. So imagine how much more intense it must be as an adult, and then add psychedelics on top of it. It's no wonder all my stuff's like absurdly bright and doesn't make sense to other people. I mean, I feel like it does, but it doesn't all at the same time.
I love
What
them.
about tattooing and psychedelics? Is that not highly not recommended, or
I don't
Oh,
know.
well,
I don't
would
think
you
I could.
disparage it?
I
don't
haven't
think
I
I
haven't
could.
done enough psychedelics to be able to trust my motor skills like that. Like if I am on any kind of psychedelics, I can't tie my own shoe.
Well, what if
So
someone
this goes
else?
back to having like a safety safe with me. Like I need to have that person to be like, no, Fawn, don't do that. Come with me. Sit down. Let me tie this for you. And I'll be like, okay,
I might just
thank
let you
you.
fuck with an empty part on some psychedelics just to see what you come up with. Because I
But
think
what
you
if,
might
what if
focus
someone
in.
else?
Well,
may-
I mean, I already hyper focus to such a degree on the skin. I
might be
might
hard.
kind of like gross myself out on, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that are going on. And then imagine like the intimate touch of me tattooing you. And I'm already like a pretty
Giggly.
heavy empath. So like as I'm tattooing you and you're going through pain, I feel that. Like when I'm tattooing you and it's somewhere that it hurts, I actually like have that like chemical release that makes your stomach queasy. Like when your collarbone gets hit and I'm doing that to you, I remember what that felt like for me. So if I were on psychedelics and I was empathically feeling the same thing I'm doing to you, I feel like that's not the recipe for a quality tattoo.
But what if he eats an eighth and he's like, fine,
That
can
motherfucking
you,
collarbone hurt.
What's that, Chuck?
if he comes to an appointment and is like, can I eat an eighth before we get started? Like, is that frowned upon?
I wouldn't have a problem working on
it's gonna give
anybody
you
that was on
everything you want.
mushrooms. I'd like to know first.
Yeah.
Like let me know so that like, you know, I
gonna
can
give you
help
everything
you
you
on
want.
this journey. Like I would be totally down with that. Like knowing that somebody's tripping and being a cool babysitter that, like I keep saying, like the safety safe, the anchor, the person that can keep you snapped to reality in case it turns south. I would love to be that person. I would hate to be the person that accidentally pushed you deeper down a bad rabbit hole. Can I see that
Yeah,
later?
'cause I think that I think that most
big
people
word to use.
have little to zero experience going down
Turtle
that
mode.
getting tattoos
Turtle
while on
mode.
psychedelics.
Turtle
But
Ricky. That's all it's here.
I wouldn't have a problem. Like if someone's able to sit, if you could sit, you know, and you're not you know, I think it's worse if someone's like a heavy bleeder from drinking too much. Right.
Silence.
Yeah, Mike even
But I
even
don't know if I put the sound on. There's no sound.
Shit like it hurt.
I think Mike even said he had like a car accident and hit his head, and then everything turned into like fractals, or you know, that's how he got his signature style.
That's crazy. It's nuts how much concussions change your noggin.
Yeah,
A lot of people take it for granted.
He told me this at Hell City.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Look at that
10
fucking
years
wall.
ago, maybe.
This is just a large canvas that he's working on.
Man, that shit's so fucking tedious.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep,
yeah, you
little
know,
by little.
he definitely
He's
knows
a nice guy too.
the interconnectivity. Like even
Somebody's wall in their house.
No, it's a canvas he's working on. He does these huge, elaborate psychedelic works.
yeah, they're next.
I could just sit and watch them forever.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Look at this thing.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's insane.
My patience level would stop in that bottom
Damn,
corner
bro.
where
I'm
you
even
still like
seeing
big
like the
crosses.
mushroom
I
cap.
charge a lot of money for that.
Left of it. You guys see the mushrooms?
You
The
made that
I would
shit.
charge a lot of money for that
Mhm.
motherfucker. That looks crazy.
He made it.
His
what
name's
is it?
his name's Mike Cole.
You know him?
He's a tattooer. Where is Mike located? Is he in California?
Yeah, I think he's
Looks
in
like California
Southern
to me.
California.
Man, I'm cool, bro.
So 30 to 100
The best
hours
tattoos in California.
on average.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So much detail in that too. Like,
How do you guys do it? Like, how do you not lose focus 14 seconds in?
He's a psychopath. First of all,
Craziness.
I mean that in the best way, like the hyper focus it takes to achieve like
It's like, I don't take the
perfect
time to
geometric
write
artwork
my
like
name
this.
legibly.
He had more time
It's 3
drawing
hours.
this than most people have in their completed works.
Yeah, it's
And
set in
then
that
he had
last
all the
post.
hundreds of painstaking hours doing each and every little facet of every little shape.
And it's so
And all the while,
or he keeps it for himself.
oh, he sells
were you, yeah. I was going to ask you, you were
Sells
just
a lot.
saying something about him selling.
He has to give him shut up.
Yeah, I love those glyphs.
Jesus.
It's kind of like the white on the black tattoo, but on
Oh,
the
the thing is mammoth.
Oh yeah, his works aren't little.
Mammoths.
They're
But
big.
other picture, it looks a
Not
couple
mammoth.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Before shutdown, we had time scheduled
Dang,
at Tattoo the
dog.
Lou for him to start my belly.
yeah,
I
it's-
still would like him to do my belly. It's just once we get done with like this super expensive teeth journey, then I can go back to spending money on tattoos. I
Damn.
don't think I can do both.
yeah, it's hard to juggle. I mean, I was at a point where it was like, do I want to pour money into the music, studio, and recordings, or get tattooed? It's hard having to choose between two passions,
Hmm.
and not being able to finance both at the same time. Oh yeah, this is on
Yeah.
Fire ass tattoo.
yeah, that's on beer
Not a
goggles.
tattoo like him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's so good. I helped our buddy what's his name get tattooed
This
by
is-
Mike.
This is not my
But you want this joint?
Mech Master
Alright.
Mike is his Instagram
What's his name, bro?
handle.
How you spell that?
Stacks.
MECH
Yeah.
MASTER
Huh? You good?
MASTER.
And then there's the
Right at the
underscore.
top.
you want this? You don't.
Boom. That's him.
I'm good, bro. Oh,
Yep. That's the guy.
So what do them like things mean? Like these designs and shit.
A
He's
lot of
mixing.
the like floating shapes, like in the one that you're looking at, these mean something. A lot of them are either isometric artwork or they're like different three-dimensional sacred geometric shapes.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's on the homie. I
Yep,
helped
this is
him,
on Forest.
I helped him get the appointment because
That's
he
cool.
was having difficulty like getting through to Mike, and I gave him like a little advice. I love doing that, helping. Like if you want to get tattooed by someone and you're having a hard time, and reach out to me, and he's one of my tattoo artists as well, so it's like sometimes I'm able to help. And it's
So-
really, really gratifying if you're able to help someone get tattooed by someone that's that's pretty sought after, I guess. Or
Would you be willing to be my partner in a tattoo concierge service?
of course.
So
See?
Forrest joined us on an
Same.
early episode, and we were talking about my back, and he was talking about how much he loved it and how much he wanted to get worked on by Russ, and he had messaged him and hadn't heard back. And I was like, oh, well, like message him again. Like every 6 months or a year, he like, I'm sure he redoes his schedules and he's got managers and yada, yada, yada. Long story short, he messaged Russ, I believe that same day, and they got his consultation started, and that led to his project, which then led to him working for Tattoo Smart. And now he's like super involved in the community, like even more than just being a collector. He's like an integral like gear in like our community and network, which is super rad. Like,
Yeah, it's great. How
one of
things,
those like
fall
sometimes
into
if you
place
reach
like
out
that.
once, the timing might not be right, there might be too much on the artist's schedule, but like wait 6 months or a year and reach out again. You know what I mean? Or work on your ideas a little bit and reach out again. Like don't reach out every 4 days, but like if you don't hear back, don't get discouraged and just reach out a few months, like I said, 6 months, year, whatever, but like reach out again.
Yeah, time goes by very fast in our world.
Yeah, and the other thing is we get, in the grand scheme of things, we get hundreds, if not thousands of requests throughout a year for people who want us to work on them. So, you just might not have happened to be one of the people that we could fit in during that chunk of time before our books had to be closed or whatever the
How
circumstances.
far out do you normally set your books before you close them?
Me, I
Yeah.
try not to like officially close my books, but I try to keep about 25 or 30 projects on my plate. So that usually keeps me like a comfortable 6 weeks out. It's like right now, because we got so much travel going on coming up. I'm like booking September right now, like
Right.
mid-September, like some of October already, but I try to keep it really tight and close because I had a huge portion of my career where I was just booked so far out that like I was a ball of stress all the time. I was missing out on so many things. I mean, I was doing good work and I was excited about that, but there were so many things that I was missing out on that kind of led me to feel burnout.
In other areas.
So my
as well.
strategy is a little different.
I from the outside, from my perspective, it seems to be like 3 to 6 months seems to be like I'd say on the 3 month side is where I've seen artists the most relaxed, because if you're booked 2 years in advance, what happens if you get sick or it's your family
Exactly.
member?
There's so much anxiety.
Yeah, so to decrease the anxiety, if you do 3 months at a time, you know, like so Mike Rubendahl, his wait list is 4 years. Okay, 4 years to get a tattoo. And then, you know, like I've been getting tattooed regularly by Chris, and he's 3 months, which is so much more accessible. And I would think that he's much
If
more
you made me wait
relaxed.
3 years to do the tattoo that I wanted to do, by the time we got to it, I would have changed my mind.
Yeah, 10 times
42
over.
times.
Oh, yeah, forget 10. 42 is more like it. Yeah, this is wild too.
Look at this mind-blowing business.
You know what?
I can't like stop staring at it.
And like I said, you have to be an
I love his work
opportunist.
so much.
Like I got tattooed by him at the Jiminy Peak at that like small convention in Massachusetts that I think Gabe put
That's
on
Gabe stuff,
too.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Paradise.
Oh, look at me know what's going on in the tattoo world.
So I got tattooed by him at Paradise because his client didn't show up, just flaked. And I'm like, hey man, I got $800. You have something in your sketchbook that you want to do? Yeah,
That's lucky.
and
Nice.
but it was so funny because I was like jocking his artwork. I'm like, man, Mike Cole is one of my favorites. And so he was like eating alone and in the lodge, and he's like, is this hot sauce hot? And I'm like, it's not that hot. And Marvin was like, dude, that's the hottest hot sauce I've ever tasted in my life. Like he's gonna die. I'm like, oh shit, like did I fuck it up? Like he's gonna hate me now. I don't remember it. I think he like coughed like we watched like when he
that dry ass heat cough.
Yeah, and then I was like, shit, I think I just like pissed him off. I don't think I'm gonna ever get tattooed by this guy now.
I got some pepper powders one time from this guy that like grew and dried and ground the peppers himself, and they were like chocolate Trinidad's and scorpion peppers and lemon peppers and all this
Hotter
stuff
than
that's
necessary.
in the 1,000,000+ Scovilles, you know, like just insane. And before you really learn how to season with stuff like that, I made so many batches of like spicy sauce and chili and shit that like you had to just keep diluting and diluting and diluting. This turned in a quadruple batch and it's still too hot to eat.
I think the hottest thing I've actually cooked with, every now and then I'll break up like one of my dried peppers that I have. But other than that, like habaneros, but like even those, like I use it very sparingly and I chop it fine and I mix it thoroughly.
Well, with the
But that's
powder, it sneaks in on you because you mix it in with an oil and it just intensifies. So when you like season beef with it or something, it's not the same as if you cooked with it like on a dry vegetable or something. So it's like the heat is different when you reincorporate it into a fat. So like, yeah,
That's
it
fair.
can sneak in on you and
Yeah,
be like,
well-
hey, I'm now inedible. Is that a real word?
Yeah.
Inedible? Yeah,
Inedible.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many meals I've ruined with hot sauce and Dave's Insanity and the Bootla and the Ghost Scorpion.
Yeah.
Like I just like to punish myself across the board. And
That sounds
even-
miserable.
I remember I woke up at Golden State on Sunday and I'm like, man, why is my nose so minty? And they're like, you don't remember like that you snorted ghost pepper at the restaurant last night? I'm like, Oh man. It's
How do
coming
you
back to
forget
me
that you
now.
snorted ghost pepper?
And
First
we
of
had
all,
how much to drink before that happened, sir?
Well, probably like 30 or 32. I don't know, a couple.
that's too many. That's too
I'm
many.
just gonna throw it out there as a friend. 32 is too much fun. I'm gonna stop you at 20 next time, okay?
Yeah, no,
Is that
yeah.
fair?
It was like probably a case and change. It was a case and change.
He's like, well, no, yeah. Yeah, well, no.
30 silence.
It might have been 28. Maybe, yeah.
It's fine. It counts after 12 anyway.
I don't know. I'm trying to tone it down. I'm trying, but like I don't know.
believe in you.
My soul is like screaming to leave my body like all the time, just like 10 out of 10.
So at this point, I'm going to recommend a licensed therapist
well,
because I think this is beyond our expertise.
I've exhausted.
I see
all
mine
my-
tomorrow. She's amazing. Shout out to Carla.
Nice.
Carla, you rock.
The thing is, I would start doing one on like a Zoom call, but I have this like disassociation. If someone's not in front of me, like
Mhm.
I go live.
I'll never argue with any of you in person, but if it's in like text and I just drank a bottle of vodka, it doesn't matter who you are. If I'm texting
We will.
or
Sir.
arguing, it could be like my dead grandmother it doesn't like I
The
don't have
options are endless. Pursue one.
Yeah.
I've set them there for all.
It's
Shut the fuck up, dude. What the fuck? My mouth was drier than dog ass right
That's
now.
why I kept like I was trying to.
My culture, you
You know,
don't
it's
understand
up,
that. That's called stealing.
No, that's if it's up, it's out. It's everybody's. It's not a.
We
It's
work on the
us.
buffet system around here.
Safe space.
I did not want to clean up blue puke, buddy. It doesn't go good on white shirts.
Motherfucker.
Woo!
Ah,
That was the best Gatorade you ever had.
You got some ice here, man?
No,
No,
we don't have any ice.
I was about to say that'd be magical.
I mean,
we're close. It's lukewarm.
Couple
Next.
motherfucking
It's
ice.
not
ice
hot.
makers
I let there and
next.
said it.
Kyle, get on
20
it.
motherfucking minutes before I said some dumbass shit.
We're gonna ice machine.
At least you guys not in Oklahoma right now. At least that. It's like it is actually hell outside.
Give us a temp range.
I don't even know. It's just like all the birds are panting and
Damn.
the birds are
Them
panting.
motherfuckers don't even want to
Yeah.
fly.
hot.
yeah, they're
Flying
like
right out
taking
in the sun.
refuge under my windowsill. Or I have a bunch of feeders in the area. Like I think I feed like a whole population of a tree, and they're all seeking refuge in the shade because it's just so intense right now. It's like a fucked up kid has a magnifying glass over Oklahoma right now with the sun, and everything's melted in everyone's cars. You can't leave anything in
You
there.
just gotta give in to the suck. Like you just give up and just be like, this is me. I have a puddle in my pants. And like that's just what it is.
You went straight
For it, yeah.
Straight at it. It's just a puddle in your pants. It's not a big deal.
No, but,
Everybody's
like,
comfy with a puddle in
Just
their
like,
pants.
listen,
Don't wear khaki.
when it's that hot and you start sweating when you come out of the shower and you don't know if it's still like water from the shower or if it's you just
I've
gotta
been getting that recently.
you gotta give into it. You just gotta be
You
like,
know what the trick
Oh,
is? Take
yeah.
a really hot shower, and then you get out in the hot, and your body just coasts. Just
Perfect.
coasts.
Yeah.
What about a really cold shower?
Well, then that's the opposite. When you get out, and your body's like, "Why is it so hot?"
Look, so when we were in Phoenix last time, Derb took us up Camelback Mountain and we hiked all the way to the top and we hiked all the way back down. And it was the hottest day in recorded history of ever that day. It was like 172 degrees out. Actually, it was 120 when we got back to the van. The forecast said it was 110, but the actual
In
the
between
physical
the rocks,
thermometer
it was
said 120.
9,754.
Ben and I were both on the verge of heat stroke. I'm not
Dying.
calling either of us out or anything, but we
No,
were
oh.
both on the verge of heat
Death.
stroke. We both were having like
Death.
legitimate heat stroke symptoms. I had stopped perspiring. I had goosebumps.
I
My
puked up my
ears
apple
were
fritter.
ringing. Ben lost his cookies. I didn't know that. I lost I threw up.
Ball of
I was gonna say I lost my cookies, but it was literally just water that came back out. But when we got back to the Biltmore, what happened?
Well, we came inside the nice 72-degree. So what do we call it? The villa that
The
we all
villa,
share
yeah.
as the
crew
staff
villa.
room.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower. And I took like a medium temperature shower. It wasn't even like a cold shower. And it put my body into shock.
Full blown
So
shock. He
like
was
when
sick
I
the
got
rest
out
of
of
the
the
day.
shower, I was like instant
Like
temp
shaking,
drop,
right?
instant sick to my stomach, instant white face. Like I'm a hiker. I live my life outside. I backpack. I spend days outside. A 5 mile hike shouldn't have affected me at all. But I was feeling it, but didn't really start getting fucked up till after that shower. And I got out and I just remember being like, guys, I'm gonna lay down. Well, I was the juniorest member of the staff at the time. So my room was the shared room, which was the living room of the suite that we were all sharing on a little pullout. And so I am literally passed out, white face, sweating the fuck out of my sheets. And they're having a staff meeting in the fucking room. And I just died. And Durb's like having like a real like, this is what needs to go on style of meeting. And he was like, at the end, he was like, and somebody tell Ben later what he's supposed to do too, please. Thank you. Like I specifically remember just being in and out of consciousness for the whole fucking meeting.
Now,
Dead in
it's
front
not
on
of me.
the other
enjoyable.
hand, what
No,
I
it wasn't
did
cool.
is so something inside me was like, okay, what would you do if you were too cold? You would get into as cold of a shower as you could tolerate and gradually warm yourself up as to not throw your body into shock or anything else. So something was like, do the same thing, Fawn. And I was like, you know what, self, I will. So I made the water as hot as I could possibly tolerate it. And I got in and I just like let it like hit all of my muscles and like warm all of me up. And then I gradually cooled it down over like 20 minutes. And I got out feeling like a brand new person. Like I took it all the way to as cold as I could tolerate. And it was refreshing. And I was like right back to normal. So,
Did the opposite and died.
You know
like
what
I said,
happened?
I've definitely gotten too cold. And you know what I mean? Like, for instance, when you live in a cold weather place like Michigan or Ohio, you can go out in the cold and be fine if it is, let's say, 28 degrees. You can have like 2 hoodies on and a pair of jeans and be fine. But what happens if a cold front moves in and it goes from 28 degrees to like -7? What do you do then?
Jumpy jacks.
So, well, I've been in those predicaments myself where like all you do is just kind of like bounce on the balls of your feet to keep blood circulating so that like nothing frostbites basically.
Jumping jacks.
But in doing that, like your body temperature still drops. Like as much as you keep everything flowing, your body temperature is going to drop. And if
Especially
it drops
start to
more
sweat.
than a couple of degrees, then it takes a little while to warm yourself back up without like really hurting yourself.
Well, I said it sarcastically, but jumping jacks are actually like super good because you can control exactly how much energy you put into it. It's not like we're running requires X amount of energy, right? You can throw a sloppy jumping jack.
Mhm.
And to regulate your body temperature, you don't want to take it too far. As soon as you start sweating, that sweat's going to pull heat away from your body. It's its fucking job. So when it's 20 something degrees and that happens, you're going to throw yourself into hypothermia pretty fast. Your body only has to drop 3 degrees to put yourself into hypothermia. It's not
3? It's only 3
degrees rapidly to put yourself into hypothermia.
Oh, I've
And you
definitely been in
can-
hypothermia then.
Absolutely.
That's
I'm not saying it's
definitely
severe, but it's like the starting phases of that. You can really do a lot of damage fast. And that's why they say, like, if you're doing jumping jacks, you're pushing blood to the ends of your extremities and forcing your blood flow. And that's a very easy way to regulate.
Hey,
your
Ben,
heart.
I know you're in the middle of something,
I'm
but I
done.
feel like Rick would love it if you opened that Red Bull for him.
I
He's
literally
almost
set it in
nodding
front
off.
and touched
He's
his arm
almost
with him.
nodding off.
I didn't know.
This
I
happens
needed
every
more
time
of a
Rick
signal.
comes to hang out with us.
I smoked a blunt, pulling up.
You see, yeah.
It's like 4 or 5 straight.
Do you want some dabs? Did you hit the dab pen?
Pretty well.
Yeah, so that's what we do. We're smart.
Ben brought me the Red Bull when he got here, so Ben's the
I
drink guy.
got some wings right here.
All right, get your wings
He hadn't
on.
even finished the first one. So maybe
Get your
that's
wings on.
I'm chilling.
Actually, we've been going for almost 3 hours. We're probably getting close to the wrap up.
It's almost
What time
there.
is it?
You got any other music
8:43?
you want to share with us? We could have Kyle pull up anything.
You want to pull up something off? You got something you want to pull up?
Yeah, you want some Well, I'll send it to you.
Are you sending a file or a link?
Just text message. Just goddamn song on my phone.
What's the best way to send it to share it?
Is it
Text
a link
somebody.
or like an actual MP3?
It's a file. It's an
Yeah, just a
actual.
file.
Get some of the newest shit.
Hmm.
I'll have to set you up with my guy Jenny too. He sells all kinds.
Do
of
you have
jewelry.
anything up on YouTube?
Well, yeah, well, it's older shit though, but
Yeah, let's pull something up on YouTube. We got on YouTube.
Go to YouTube. I see.
I got you.
He's got to do it over there.
Put in Mafia, and then put in what should I here it says. What should I play for?
This always happens when we put artists on the spot. It's like, show us something cool that you've done.
Not that hard that shit, but it's old. Bricks. Yep, Bricks. Put in
I
Mafia
could tell.
dash Bricks featuring Southfield G. It'll all come
Got
up.
a really good heat stroke story while they're looking for
So
fire. So
What'd you do to yourself?
I was working as an archaeologist for the Israeli government in 2012, and my debit card like expired as soon as I got there, and they wouldn't send me a new one to a new country. So I have to get money because I'm going to be there for a year. So I had to get cash advances on my credit card. So I'm living in the desert, and I have to cross the Galilee desert to go to the next town to try and get a cash advance. Anyway, I get there, the store is closed, I'm out of money, so I hitchhiked back to Akko, and I got the worst heat stroke ever that I had to go to the hospital. Like legit.
Oh man.
The only time
How long were you messed up from it?
I've never like pooped my pants before, but it was that bad. Like I was like DED dead. So like someone takes me to the hospital and they're like, oh, like you don't live here? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, cash only. So they turned me away, like when I got heat stroke.
Oh, fuck.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We're like bitching about a bad hike. He's like, I crossed the desert to get cash so I didn't die, and ended up dying.
We felt like we were crossing the desert.
We were in a desert.
You know, they say like when you die, you let go of your bodily functions. Like I was there. I mean, I did it though. I hitchhiked. I didn't know Arabic. My Hebrew is minimal. I made it back, but like, let's just say like it wasn't good.
You want to share this, Kyle?
Yeah, let's pull it up.
Introduce the
song. This is Mafia Bricks. One of my hardest songs. It's more old, but still a hit.
I'm done with the streets. I used to set up in the 6, ride around with sticks. Then one day I made a hit, called my plug and said I quit, and we start arguing. Lately, you been acting like a bitch. I'm the one that put you on when you was broke. Don't forget, I used to set up in the 6, ride around with sticks. Then one day I made a hit, called my plug and said I quit, and we start arguing. Lately, you been acting like a bitch. I'm the one that put you on when you was broke. Don't forget, you wanna talk about bricks. Don't call me shit. I don't talk about bricks. I don't talk about tricks. That shit is over with. I just signed $1 million deal, Chico. Why would I blow that shit? Hello? It's Chico. What up? You can't lead a game. What? Shit won't be the same. It's over. Fuck all of the fame. Do your job, pick up the work. Nope. If you don't get that work, someone gon' get murk. Put them in the dirt. Hit them where it hurt first. You signed up forever. This a contract with the devil. All the plugs went to heaven. I even asked the reverend. Did think Pablo went to heaven? Even know that he was selling. He was killing. He was dealing. Cold-hearted with no feelings. I'm just trying to lead a game, but I made this man millions. I can see it in his eyes. He ain't afraid to die. I used to set up in the 6, ride around with sticks. Then one day I made a hit, called my plug and said I quit, and we start arguing. Lately, you been acting like a bitch. I'm the one that put you on when you was broke. Don't forget, I used to set up in the 6, ride around with sticks. Then one day I made a hit, called my plug and said I quit, and we start arguing. Lately, you been acting like a bitch. I'm the one that put you on when you was broke. Don't forget, if all you wanna talk is bricks, don't call me for shit. I don't talk about bricks. I don't talk about shit. This shit is over with. I just signed $1 million deal, Chico. Why would I blow that shit? These niggas stay calling my phone about some word. Niggas acting like the feds will get you murdered. I feel like every nigga around me see me hurt. That plug I'm missing, that shit would not be the first.
You guys film this around here?
The only way to get it was to go send some yang.
Some of them
Tryna
motherfuckers
sell
parts
2
from
million
Caucasian.
fucking records a day. I see haters
To Columbus, though, for
business
sure.
moving clean out the way.
Like an old ass
Time to show
warehouse.
them pockets, they got nothing to say. They know when we in the tennis, diamonds hit like the rain. I see niggas tryna do it, they don't do it the same. I'm a thoroughbred nigga running out through my veins. I can never change for money, hoes, or for the fame. I made every nigga around me go and get to the change. I ain't here for no more local shit, respect on my name. I ain't never fuck with corny niggas, can't rock with lame. Let them change the numbers, then I'm out of the game. Riding around with sticks, then one day I made a hit. Called my plug and said I quit, and we start arguing. Lately, you been acting like a bitch. I'm the one that put you on when you was broke. Don't forget, I used to set up in the 6. Riding around with sticks, then one day I made a hit. Called my plug and said I quit, and we start arguing. Lately, you been acting like a bitch. I'm the one.
People don't realize how heavy that much cash is.
You know what we should listen to next? We should listen to one of Rick's old tracks. It's called Slappin', and it's a Columbus exclusive.
Oh, the slapping?
Ben likes that one.
Who do?
I did.
You like slapping?
Why
Shit,
not?
slapping? You know, but hey, that's some old shit.
Like I didn't go down the rabbit hole. Are you kidding me?
Hey, but you know what I'm saying, that bro we got some songs that we know if we play for people, they remember and shit for sure, because it's been around here for years. He got one called Damn too. That shit. That's another one of them. But it's one of them, but it's one they waiting on.
Right.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Look
Come on,
at how
Kyle.
fast you are,
He's on
Kyle.
it.
When you know Ben's gonna fire you, you're not. You're on it.
Cal, you got your raise back. Damn, we shot this too. I forgot I was on Mini Mac.
This is what's right on the middle of your chest and sternum.
Yeah, that whole shit right there is in the middle. Wow, this shit. Oh,
2012?
hell yeah.
How old were you, Kyle?
12.
Damn.
It's the room I tattooed you and most of your family.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
It's Rikk. You already know.
You remember when I barely smoked weed?
Who else shit slap like our shit slap,
Juan
bro?
didn't smoke weed?
You already know, nigga. Man, my niggas said that we do slap, nigga. Feel me out, though.
The naked.
My shit slap, yeah, make a couple racks. We pack the motherfucking club inside nigga trap. That's why a nigga act stunning than the motherfucker. I'm about my money, little dummy. Fuck these little cluckers. So take your cape off, roll that kush up. I'm about to take off, blow my face off. My party slap, my hood slap, my whip slap. Been there, get stacks. Haters need to sit back, get the dope kick back. Before you get bitch slapped, man, cause my shit slaps. My line's long, the hood out. Bad bitches in the club with they goods out. I can't help it, I'm the type nigga that stood out. And I'm from Ohio, Bucktown.
Slapping so hard, I'm stunting. Oh my God, they tell them my shit slapping. My shit slapping.
My shit slapping. My shit slapping.
Tell them my shit slapping so hard. I'm stunting. Oh
That's the
my
price
God,
for
they
this
tell them my shit slapping.
Yo, listen. Yeah, my shit slapping, bro. What you mad for? Pussy nigga, I'm just giving them what they asked for. All about the cash though. 220 dashboard, new vet. 2012, I'm trying to pay cash for. So it's time to make a dashboard. Gotta stack them dollars up, add them like a math course. My city slap, I make it slap. Shit, I run my city. Ricky act like Diddy act. Now pass that jiggy back. It got the club stinking. I blow that litty pack. He keep a thug thinking. Now where them bottles at? Where them models at? I'm in VIP, stunting like an Arabic. Save your embarrassment. Ricky, heaven sent, slaps it over, stunting. President, that shit irrelevant. This my theme song. This is what you tell them and don't breathe from.
Nigga. So hard, I'm stunting. Oh my God, they tell them my shit slapping. My shit slapping. shit slapping so hard. I'm stunting. Oh my God. Tell them my shit slapping. My shit slapping. My shit slapping. My shit slapping.
Yeah, that video was crazy. We had to. I knocked something off. Check.
You're good.
Rest in peace, my nigga. My little bro Brandon Youngblood too, man. Yeah, that was a crazy video. We had the whole city. And the crazy thing, if I remember that correctly, I think that was like a one-day shoot. I think we got on the internet. It was like, yo, come out, but it was like it wasn't a whole lot of people, but all the people that was in that video was a lot of important people. Some people ain't here no more, and a lot of influencers now that became, you know what I'm saying, a lot more influencers in the city and abroad. So yeah, that's dope. I ain't been down that rabbit hole in a minute. You took me back right there. I ain't watched that video in years. For real. I ain't watched that.
Stuff. You should every now and then go back and revisit it.
Oh shit!
Isn't it
Get my
crazy?
mind
Like
back ready for the music.
how like I was saying earlier, how much your music has developed
Hell
since
yeah.
then, like what you're doing now.
Hell
And
yeah.
then you weren't even making your own beats, right?
Yeah,
And
nah, I
now you
wouldn't.
are.
Well, a little bit. I mean, I still got producers, but I think I'm way more hands-on than I was back then. Back then it was more or less I'm just trying to make it look good. You know what I'm saying? Now it's more or less like, okay, it's business, and on top of that, I understand how to do this music, and let's target this market. Like it's a more strategy now. Back then we was just having fun, which is cool, but now I want to have fun with it with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? With a purpose. So yeah, back then though, we was just young, having fun, man. That's what we was doing, just making music in the studio all day, every day, just kicking it. Chasing the dream was.
That's what it's all about. The music.
Yeah,
It's
my man
just
was
about
saying
having
earlier.
fun, having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, being with friends, like having a drink or a smoke,
Yeah.
just enjoying yourself.
That's the nostalgia that I'm looking for, man, out of this. You know what I'm saying? And then I say, you know what? In this huge ass world, if I can get 1,000 people to spend $10 a month with me, that's 10K a month. That's 120,000 a year. I can survive off that. And 1,000 people in this world isn't really shit. So it's like I kind of like monks my numbers down, even though they're not many numbers, but in this world of people, you know what I'm saying? And $10 could be from streaming, it could be from online sales, from merch, it could be from whatever that you do that, you know what I'm saying, to equate that, but that's not a lot. And that's why a lot of people independently that's around me, I see, you know what I'm saying, that's really doing really good, because it doesn't take a lot of numbers anymore to really be able to survive. Like I was online class with this lady, she did Celtic metal. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but she was making
Good shit right there.
It's exotic.
250,000 a year sitting in her living room. She had 6 kids and she done Celtic metal. And she told us the whole story, how her husband stopped doing construction and helped her package her merch and things of that nature, because she was making 250,000 a year just off of sitting in her living room doing Celtic metal.
Living the dream. Like if that's
Well,
not,
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Bro,
I need a talent.
you know what I'm saying? So
Nails. I'm telling you, dude.
that's what we do. Well, yeah. Since I'm on here, I go first. Everything is Rikk Reighn, RIKK REIGHN. All my handles, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. If you tap that in, it's gonna come up. YouTube, Spotify, Apple. You know what I'm saying? I got a catalog on there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check it out. There's all kind of music on there. I got some classics on there. I got some up-to-date stuff on there. So yeah, everything Rikk Reighn, RIKK REIGHN.
Oh yeah, my Instagram is Mafia Money Boy. I ain't got too much new music out, so when you go to iTunes, type in Mafia, you know, you'll see my picture on there with the icy ass chains on.
You got a lot of music out there, man. Don't even let it fool you. He got a shit ton
I
of.
ain't putting nothing out, man. Like 2 years, I feel kind of rusty and shit. But I got a lot of music out. iTunes, Spotify, and all that. Type in Mafia, and it'll pop right up.
Shit tons.
Kyle, throw your handles out there. I
Sure,
don't think we've had
sure.
you do that yet.
Yeah, you can find all my stuff at Skies of Fire Tattoo on Instagram, and then I've got a website as well, skiesofiretattoo.com.
Dope.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, Ben, anything to sign off?
I'll
We
sign
good to
things.
wrap up?
Count
I'm
sign.
not
All right.
important enough to
Take us out. Take us out.
This has been the 93rd episode.
Well, welcome to the
93rd.
93rd episode, Tattoo Collecting 101. It's been an honor and privilege to spend the evening with you, and I hope you guys have a safe and happy evening. Good
Hey,
night.
listen, weed and pie.
Weed and pie.
Weed and pie.
Weed, pie, and money.
All you need.
Don't forget the money, man. Don't leave the money out.
Yeah.
Trifecta.
None of the
Renee,
money in the weed, no
Todd,
problem.
thanks for joining in. Do
Keep
you
the
guys
money
want to throw your
secret.
handles out there?
Thanks for having
Alright.
me. Nice talking to you guys. Everyone can find me at Renee Little Tattoos on Instagram, Facebook, anything, or my website, goldfanggallery.com. And that's it. That's me. I'm too high. Yep.
Totally cut out on all of that. But
Renee Little Tattoos and Gold Fang Gallery.
Thank
nice
you.
job,
Kyle.
Kyle.
Good job, Kyle.
You're gonna end up getting a raise.
That's all we need right here.
Todd, Mike, you guys want to put any of your handles out?
Chuck.
Chuck, sorry.
I took a dab, so I'm a little hard to
My bad,
talk.
Chuck. I'm
You
hot.
want to go, Todd? Or?
Got a bunch of them like that.
No, go ahead, man. I'm dabbed.
All right. My IG's ghostfire_fox. I probably got, I don't know, I lost count, maybe 7-8 albums with one of my bands, Barbiturate.
Okay.
That's on everything. It's on Amazon, Spotify, CD Baby. I got physical copies. Shout out to Jed Likeness. Miss that guy every day.
Oh yeah.
One of my other bands is Compulsion. It's probably one of my favorite side projects too. But I'm actually looking right now for new players. I keep like a revolving door of musicians to work with. Any style of music. When you're, so passionate like I am, it doesn't matter what the genre is. Even, people hate on country, but obviously Johnny Cash is the shit. So like I said, if people want to jam out, they want to record, like I'm down for all projects. I won't, there's probably not much that I'll say no to. And I won't even say no. I'll try it. And if it doesn't sound great, then we shelve it, but you don't know until you do it. You know what I mean? Like you just got to give it a shot. Give everything a shot.
Yeah.
Todd, where do people find you? What do you want to plug?
On GOJIRA 54 on
Gojira.
Instagram. Yep.
Gojira.
So
Well, it's been a great show. You guys have a good night. Be safe.
We'll talk.
chill.
See you next week.
Bye.
Later.
So I talked to Rio. Rio said